When he get a belt, you want to go over there. Keith Thurman want to go over there, and now y'all want to say, "Oh, I ain't fought nobody," but I got a belt now, so why?
Famous Q said.
What they do? I say what they do. Salute to all the real boxing fans out there, man. What they do, man. It's your boy King David in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, hit that goddamn like button one time for your boy. I see we got some people up in here. G Parker say let's motherfucking go. That's what I'm talking about. My guy, I am AU in the building. Say let that truth be known to all the false prophets. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A lot of dudes out here making excuses for Errol Spence. First of all, has anybody seen Errol Spence? First and foremost, does anybody know where that nigga is right now? Because I mean, I don't know. Can somebody find Errol Spence? I mean, I haven't heard a peep from that nigga in about 2 weeks. I mean, seriously, I'm about to send the motherfucking police over to his house so they could do a goddamn wellness check. What's going on with this nigga? My guy, Davy John in the building, say, my guy, what's going on with you, Davy John? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in the motherfucking building, man. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to all the real boxing fans out there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going down, man. You know, for those of you who do not know, shit is getting real hot right now for Errol Spence. You know what I mean? Shit's getting real hot right now for Errol Spence. You know what I mean? According to a fight that just recently happened, okay, the guy who was number one in the IBF for Errol Spence's belt lost. I'm not gonna try to pronounce his name. That shit is too long and too hard. I ain't about to do it. But the guy who was number one in line for Errol Spence's belt lost. So because of that, the highest ranking fighter in the IBF right now is Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron Boots Ennis is the highest ranking fighter in the IBF for Errol Spence's belt. So where does that leave Errol Spence, man? Where does that leave Errol Spence? Well, that leaves Errol Spence between a rock and a hard place, because as of right now, your options are Jaron Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, who is actually number one in the WBC for Errol Spence's belt, and Terrence Crawford, because we already did it live, in which case we know Dennis Ugas is going to be busy for the next year. You know what I'm saying? But those are your options right now if you are Errol Spence. So shit's getting real hot right now for Errol Spence, man. It's getting real interesting. My guy G Parker say bud smokers only. Okay. I hear you. David John in the building say been waiting to hear you cook. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I be out and about, you know what I mean? So, you know, when I get on here, I try to make sure I could cover everything. So that way, you know, you get my thoughts on a lot of different things while I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, appreciate that, David John. Yeah, man, we in the building. G Parker say the alphabet soup guy. Yes, sir. And my guy Banks Law in the building. What's going on? Say what's good. Yes, sir. What's going on, Banks? How you doing, fam? I ain't never seen you here before, man. But if you're new to the building, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And everybody hit that like button, man. But you know, we got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about right now. Errol Spence is backed into a corner right now. Errol Spence is backed into a corner, man. His options are very limited. You know what I'm saying? His options are very limited. There's not much he can do without looking bad. You know, there was one comment that was left on my on one of my videos, and the shit said Errol Spence versus Blair Cobbs. You know what I'm saying? Blair the Flair. That might be the next fight, considering the fact that Earl's backed into a corner, and although he's backed into a corner, there's still things that he can do. It's just whatever he does, it looks bad. If he moves up to 154, it looks bad. If he fights anybody that's not a champion, he looks bad. He just looks bad no matter what he does. He just looks bad no matter what he does. Even if he fights a top guy, even if Errol Spence decides that he's going to fight Jaron Boots Ennis, there's still going to be a lot of criticism that's going to come his way because of it. Because of the fact that he's fighting Jaron Boots Ennis and not Terrence Bud Crawford. Why would you choose to fight an up-and-coming mandatory rather than unify a belt with a champion who's been looking for the fight with you for years now? You know what I'm saying? For years now. It doesn't make sense to me, and it shouldn't make sense to you guys either. Like right now, this is the time, if you're Errol Spence, to make this Terrence Crawford fight. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's real crazy out there, man, because now we got some other shit going on where my guy in the building, Duddy left in the building. Shout out to you, my guy, says Blair is a problem. Blair's a good fighter, man, but Errol Spence don't need to be in the ring with him next. Hey, what would y'all do if y'all heard Errol Spence getting in the ring with Blair Cobbs next? If that was the next fight, like what would y'all? I want to hear the legitimate response from y'all. How would y'all feel about that? Errol Spence versus Blair Cobbs. You know what I mean? Right now, at this particular point in time, the only person that Errol Spence should be in the ring with right now is Terrence Bud Crawford. There's no one else. There is no one else for Errol Spence to be in the ring with right now. You know what I mean? You know, but what I was gonna say earlier is like it's crazy because it's a lot of Earl fanboy channels out there. You know what I'm saying? Banks Law say already subscriber fam. I appreciate that, fam. Yeah, man. I'm gonna open up the link a little bit later too, man. So if you want to hop on, you want to give your piece, you know what I'm saying, and you're gonna be able to do that, man. I like to get y'all opinion on this, you know what I mean? Because you know. A lot going on. My guy Knockout Boxing 86 TV in the building say no need to even have Boots in the title, homie. We want that Bud Crawford smoke. Okay. My guy Knockout Boxing is a big Errol Spence fan, so you know he say he want that Bud Crawford smoke. Okay. That's what we all want right now. You know what I mean? That's what we all want right now. You know what I mean? But I gotta say, Knockout, man, right now I'm not real confident in Errol Spence right now, man. We still ain't heard nothing from him. We still looking for Earl. We still ain't find Earl. And then we got that fake tweet earlier. How many of y'all seen all them? That fake tweet earlier that was sent out. So for those of you who don't know, you know what I'm saying, there was a tweet that was released a little bit earlier today, and it was supposed to be from Errol Spence. And the tweet went something like, I'm on the phone trying to call you. It was supposed to be to Terrence Crawford. Now, he didn't add Terrence Crawford in that. He didn't add him, but it was just supposed to be like this cryptic little message, like you on social media capping, but ain't answering my phone calls. It was supposed to be something like that. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is, the tweet in itself looked hella suspect. And you know, I do a lot of YouTube searching myself. So as I'm listening to different people talk about the tweet, people aren't able to find the Twitter feed, in which case the tweet actually came from. I mean, all of it just looked real fraudulent. Like we can't find nothing that has anything to do with this supposed tweet that we got from Errol Spence. Come to find out, Terrence Crawford gets wind of it. Terrence Crawford addresses it. Terrence Crawford's like, hey man, look, you ain't called me, you ain't get nothing. You know what I mean? And come to find out the tweet is actually fake. You know what I mean? So, you know, just a lot going on right now. You know, the fact that fans have to go as far as to create fake tweets. In order, I don't know if it's to save face for Errol Spence. I don't know what the purpose of these fake tweets are for. You know what I mean? Nevertheless, it doesn't change what needs to be done. This fight needs to happen, and it needs to happen next. There are no other options if you're Errol Spence. There are no other options. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at some of these comments here. Duddy Left says, I will be mad. I will be mad, but I will tune in. I hear you. Duddy Left says, facts. G-Pac in the building say, I got to stand 10 toes and take the verbal assault if he pick Blair Cobbs. I hear you. You just going to have to hold on to these L's, G. These L's are going to be real heavy, though, man. Don't bear that on your own, man. You know what I'm saying? Because them L's are going to be real heavy. If he fights Blair Cobbs or some shit like that, man, I got to tell you, man, if Errol Spence goes in any direction, even if, first of all, if Errol Spence does anything right now, you know what I'm saying, like without us hearing about some sort of negotiation, it goes left. Because that means you didn't even attempt to make the fight, is what that means. You know, so if we hear about an Errol Spence fight or whatever the case is, without any attempt to negotiate with Terrence Bud Crawford, but it's not gonna look good, man. Banks Law says there has been a Spence sighting on IG with subliminal messages. That might be that fake tweet that you're talking about, Banks Law. It was a fake tweet on there online talking about that Terrence wasn't picking up his phone or something like that. You know what I mean? Banks Law says don't nobody want to see Cobbs. I mean, you might be right about that, fam, but you know, we not trying to see no Cobbs and Errol Spence. We need Cobbs versus Terrence Crawford all day, every day. My guy G Parker say, Knockout Boxing 86 TV, Big Texas representing in here, man. Shout out to Texas, man. Shout out to Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas. A lot of real ones out of Texas. You know what I mean? A lot of real ones out of Texas. I just don't know about your boy Errol Spence. Your boy Errol Spence ain't repping y'all too well these days, man. He not repping y'all too well these days, man. He got Texas out here looking weak right now, man. If he don't do something about all this smoke that he getting from Terrence Crawford. Maybe it's Al Heyman telling him not to respond. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Al Heyman's like, don't respond. Maybe that's what it is. But shit, Earl, if that's the case, he need to come out and say, Al, if it wasn't for Al, I'd be on your ass. Say something. You know what I'm saying? G-Park in the building. G-Park say, you'll never find a big fish in the shallow waters. Go deeper, bud. I hear you. Going to throw them subliminals. David Jones say, not supporting that. Yeah, absolutely, man. Nobody should support a Spence and Cobbs fight. I laugh my ass off. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. If something like that actually did go down, man, I would laugh my whole goddamn head off, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? Banks Law says, nah, it's different. My guy I am says, Boxer die. If dude do some fuck shit, Bud might as well take Ennis to school and then move up and on and get Charlo's soft touch ass up out of there. Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. I couldn't have said it better myself, man, because honestly, man, if you're Terrence Bud Crawford, man, you're 34 years old, man. At the end of the day, one thing that Errol Spence does have as an advantage, is his youth. Errol Spence is a little younger than Bud Crawford. So if we're playing a waiting game, okay, Errol Spence wins that. Errol Spence wins the waiting game. He's a little younger than Bud. He wins that. You know what I'm saying? Actually, you know, I feel like Bud is an all-around boxer and Earl probably do a little bit more partying, so that, you know, that may or may not be true. But just under traditional, conventional logic, if we're playing the waiting game, Earl is a little younger, Bud is a little older. Earl wins that battle. So if you Bud Crawford right now, you 34 years old, man. How long are you really supposed to wait around on Errol Spence in order to be ready to fight you? Earl already said that he had to get a belt first. Earl already said that he needed to take the easy route first. Earl completed the easy route. All the dudes that he said he wanted to fight, he fought. Outside of people that he couldn't fight, he fought everybody who he said he wanted to fight. Ugas is out of the picture right now. Maybe that's the only exception to the rule. But if you're Terrence Crawford and Earls is saying that he wants to wait around another year for you, Dennis Ugas, is that what you're trying to do right now? Are you trying to wait around another year for Ugas to be done and for Errol Spence to fight him in order to collect 3 belts? Is that really what you're trying to do right now? If you're Terrence Bud Crawford, you're 34 years old. Why waste your time? I mean, you're trying to make the fight. I mean, Terrence Crawford's doing all the things that he's supposed to be doing right now, okay? He eliminated the side of the street. He got his belt. Earl took his easy route. All these little prerequisites in order for the fight to happen, all of them have been completed. And now at this particular point in time, it's time to make the fight. So if the fight can't happen, why wait on Errol Spence? Just like my guy I Am said. Why sit there and wait? You got a whole bunch of guys at 154 that would make excellent fights for Terrence Bud Crawford. You got a guy in Jermell Charlo who, unlike Errol Spence, will be more likely to fight you if you're Terrence Bud Crawford. Because if you're Jermell Charlo, you don't really have any big fights at 154 anyway. You don't really have no big fights at 154 anyway, so why not take a fight versus a smaller guy in a Terrence Bud Crawford? So if you're Jermell Charlo, you have every incentive to get in the ring with a Terrence Crawford. But you know what would be real interesting, though, You know what would be real interesting? If Bud went up to 154 and told Jermell 60-40. Hey, what if Bud went up to 154 and told Jermell 60-40? I wonder how many Errol Spence fans would get behind that logic. I wonder how many Errol Spence fans would be okay with Bud telling Jermell Charlo that. But you know, we're not gonna go all the way into that. We're not gonna discuss that. But back on point, if you're Bud Crawford, how long do you wait? Personally, what I think Bud should do, I think Bud should, if he can't get Errol Spence in the ring now, he should fight somebody like a Boots or Virgil Ortiz next, just like my guy I Am said. I think after that, he should fight Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman should get that smoke because I think that a Keith Thurman fight, although Bud's not going to get credit for it, we all know he's not going to get credit for it. You know what I mean? If we keeping it a stack, we know Bud ain't going to get no credit for no Keith Thurman fight. But I think that he should fight Keith Thurman because if he beats Keith Thurman, that's a fight that builds his profile. That's a fight that increases his star power because a lot of people do know Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman has been on pay-per-view before. Keith Thurman is a notable name. Keith Thurman has only been beaten one time by Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman beat Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. Keith Thurman would be a great name on Bud's resume, but after a Keith Thurman fight, later on this summer, if Keith Thurman's ready to get back in the ring, Bud Crawford needs to go ahead and move up to 154 pounds. You know what I'm saying? My guy I Am says all facts keep preaching. Yes, sir. We going in. Before I laugh. Yes, sir. You laughing at 60-40. Bud gonna tell Jermell 60-40. G Parker in the building say anybody beats Keith Thurman gets credit for me. Absolutely, man. Keith Thurman is a tough fight. We're not gonna sit around and act like Keith Thurman is an easy touch. That would be a very tough fight for somebody like a Bud Crawford. But I think if Bud, even though it's a tough fight, I think it's a fight that's worth it for somebody like a Bud because that's definitely a fight that can go on pay-per-view. That's definitely a fight that would do pretty good numbers. Okay, for the people who like numbers talk. That's definitely a fight that would build Bud's star power. All right. But not only that, give him a different style to look at, you know, in order for him to even improve as a fighter. I think that a Keith Thurman fight would be good for Bud. And I think he could take that fight. And that fight would be good enough for him to cement his legacy at welterweight, even though he didn't collect all the belts. That would be a fight that would be good enough for him to legitimately claim, even though right now we all know Bud is the best welterweight best welterweight. But that would be a fight that would be good enough for him to stake his claim at the title of best welterweight as he moves up to 154 pounds. You see, and that's one thing about Bud Crawford that separates him from all the rest. You know what I'm saying? Dudes like Canelo and dudes like Teofimo and dudes like that, right? Who like to cherry pick and who like to maneuver and go through division. That's one thing about Bud Crawford that separates him from those guys. If you go to every weight class that Bud Crawford was a part of, you could legitimately call Bud Crawford the best at that weight division. The best at that weight division. At 140 pounds, Bud demolished all the competition and collected all the belts one by one by one. Okay, he didn't beat no one guy and collected all the belts. No, everybody who was in his way, he beat them and took their belt. At 140 pounds, there's no one who you could say is better than Bud Crawford when he was undisputed champion at that particular time. Same thing at 135 pounds. There's no one you could say who was better than Bud Crawford at 135 pounds at that particular time. And at 147, with the wins that he has at 147 pounds, if he gets a win over somebody like Virgil Ortiz and a Keith Thurman, if he can secure wins over those guys and move up, I don't think there's anybody who could say that Bud Crawford wasn't the best welterweight at his weight class at 147 pounds. I don't think anybody could say that. So now he moves up to 154, and now he can challenge guys like Jermell Charlo, Brian Castano, and everything that happens at that point is just extra. You know what I'm saying? If he can beat Jermell, take all the belts, or beat Brian Castano, because Brian Castano has a legitimate chance to win that fight versus Jermell Charlo. If he can beat one of those guys, take all the belts, well, I think that just does it if you're Bud Crawford. That just cements your legacy if you're Bud Crawford. Now you're a 4-weight division champion, two-weight division undisputed champion, and you ride off into the sunset, known as one of the best fighters of all time. You know what I mean? And if you really feel like you the shit, go on and move up to 160 and see what that's looking like. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, Bud has the length to be able to go up to 160. He has the length and the skill to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Banks Law says, I agree, stay busy with Thurman. Absolutely. We're not waiting on no Errol. We ain't got time to wait around on Errol. Yes, I want the Errol versus Bud fight as much as anybody else, but we see what Errol doing right now. Errol's being called out left, right, and center by Bud Crawford, and he ain't even responding to tweets. He don't even have it in him right now to even respond on social media. So how can we leave it up to Errol to be able to actually try to negotiate with this dude behind the scenes? He can't even respond on social media. He can't even say answer the phone, or he can't, like, his fans got to make up tweets in order to reach out to Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? I don't have a whole lot of faith that this fight is going to happen at this particular point in time. Again, I want it to happen, but I ain't about to put no money on it right now because it's just been too long. It's just been too long. Bud is 34 years old. We ain't got time. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time to wait around. You know? But back on point, like right now, man, Errol Spence right now and Jaron Ennis. That might be that. And a lot of people are talking about how Jaron Ennis isn't the IBF mandatory. He's not the IBF mandatory, but the dude is the highest ranked fighter in the IBF. So even if he's not named mandatory per the IBF rules, once that mandatory time comes up, Errol is supposed to fight the highest ranked mandatory, which is Jaron Ennis. Virgil Ortiz is number 1 in the WBC. Errol's going to have to fight Virgil Ortiz. sooner or later. Like, danger's at this man's door. So it's either, are you gonna take the high risk, high reward, or you're gonna take the high risk, low reward in the Boots Ennis and the Virgil Ortiz. It's put up or shut up time right now for Errol Spence, man. You know what I mean? It's put up or shut up time right now for Errol Spence. But let me drop this goddamn link real quick. You know, because I want to get y'all's thoughts on this shit, man. There go the link. Boom. There go the link, man. It's going to be real interesting to see what Errol does. If it's anything besides Terrence Crawford, if it's anything besides Terrence Crawford, I mean, I only see his career going downhill. Okay, we got somebody in the building. Darian Young in the building, man. Come on through, man. Darian Young, what's going on, fam? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, man. Out here talking some boxing, man. What's on your mind, fam? What you think about what I was saying?
Oh yeah, man. I think like you say you don't have no faith in the fight gonna happen, and man, I think it will, man. I just think right now, just got to get business squared away. I really don't care about the 60-40 bullshit. You know what I mean? I just want to see the fight. And I just seen that Spence had posted something on his Instagram, so maybe giving us a little light. But like I say, man, I want to see this fight just as bad as y'all do, man. And shit, man, let's just get this shit cracking, man, because this shit been too long, bro. Too long.
Oh yeah, facts, man. Facts. He said he posted something on his Instagram. What he post on his Instagram?
He posted on Instagram. He said, social media area, take your silence for weakness. And he had the hashtag big fish with the middle finger up. You know what I mean? Hashtag no more hiccups. Hashtag line them up. So, we'll see, man. But I think far as before the fight, I don't see him jumping in with Terrence just this second. But I do think he does need a tune-up. Think he does need a tune-up. You know what I mean? Despite what he said. He definitely needs one and shit. Get him his tune up, and then let's get this shit cracking in the summertime or damn near the fall, baby. We got to get this going.
I hear you. So let me ask you this: like, how long do you think Bud should wait, like, on Errol Spence to be ready for the fight? Like, how long you think he should be trying to pursue this fight with Errol Spence?
Oh, this the last year, brother. This the last year. Bud ain't getting no younger. This the last year, And I know he want to be undisputed. But I mean, I just really think he gonna have to. If he can't get this fight this year, then he just need to move his chips, go to 154, and get that belt, and just call it a day, man. Because it ain't no more sense of waiting around, bro. It's really not. But I have high hopes that it will happen, though, man. I really do. I can see it happening at the end of, like I say, maybe not the end of 2022, but maybe like sometime in the fall, October, September, around that time. But if it don't happen this year, man, I think you need to go ahead and just move it on.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I totally agree, man. I don't even know if he should give it a whole year, man. I think by summertime of next year, 2022, if that fight ain't in deep negotiations or we ain't got no date or nothing like that, he should keep it moving, man. Go on up to 154 and see what's up with that. Because Keith Thurman said he'd be ready for him in the summer. So, shoot, maybe after this, maybe in March, April, we could probably set something up with Keith Thurman for the summer after he fight in February. And fight Thurman. And if Earl ain't next, move up to 154, keep it going.
Yeah. And I feel a kind of way about the Keith Thurman situation, man. I think it'll be good, but we got to see how Keith Thurman come back with this Barrios, man. I got to see if he could make it to the Barrios fight before I could even just say let him fight Bud. You know what I mean? Because that's already another built-in excuse. Oh, he been off on a 3-year layoff and all this other shit. So I got mixed feelings about Keith Thurman, but shit, if it happened, fuck it, go ahead and get that name on your resume.
Absolutely, man. And I get it, because I heard that before, like people saying it's gonna be excuse. It's gonna be excuses no matter who Bud fight, man. Honestly, even if he smoke Earl, they're gonna talk about the eye. They're gonna say all kind of shit, man. So I don't even care about that shit no more. Okay, we got somebody else in the building. Bold in the building. What's going on with you, fam? Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's going on, Bo?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing. Y'all talking about the Spence and Crawford joint?
Yeah, man. We talking about Spencer Crawford, man. So IBF made Jaron Ennis the IBF. He's the highest ranked IBF fighter right now. You know what I'm saying? So oh my God, dropped off. Okay. Yeah, he's the highest ranked IBF fighter right now. So right now Earl's kind of surrounded. He got Virgil Ortiz ranked number 1. Boots is ranked number 3 in the IBF. And we know Ugas is gonna be busy for the next year. So right now it's looking real sketchy for Errol Spence. So we just kind of talking about, whether or not the fight's gonna happen or whatever the case is, because I think this Jaron Ennis thing makes things even more interesting. You know what I mean? Now that we know the time is ticking now.
Yeah, it definitely is, man. Shit, I don't know, man. If he got to face Boots, man, that'll be a hell of a test. That'll be a hell of a test right there, man. I mean, this will be the first time he actually going against somebody that's maybe more athletic than him, maybe a little bit more bigger than him. So that's definitely gonna be a good matchup.
Well, let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna ask this to both of y'all. If he fights Ennis next, if that's what he does, would you consider that a duck?
You could answer that first, Bo.
I still consider it a duck because the fans want to see the fight between Crawford and Spence. Now I've already been past this fight because I thought that fight should have happened like 3 times already.
Right.
But I still consider it a duck. But the thing is, I just want to add too is because Ennis is the man, the number 1 guy in the IBF, it doesn't mean Errol Spence is going to fight him if he doesn't fight Crawford. And the reason why I say that is because years ago, Ugas was Spence top guy in the IBF, and he chose Ocampo. So I mean that I could see Spence pulling another move like that if he doesn't fight Crawford or Ennis.
I think I was looking at the IBF rules recently, and the IBF rules is once they mandate, like once they require you to do a mandatory fight, they require you to fight the highest rank fighter in the IBF. And right now that is Boots. So I think if he is gonna, that's only if it comes to the point where they mandating a mandatory. If it don't come to that and he still can fight a voluntary, then of course he probably gonna pick anybody but Boots. He still has some options at this point, but that mandatory is coming up soon because he hasn't fought a mandatory for the IBF since Ocampo, which is a few years ago. You know what I mean? So it's about that time for the IBF to go ahead and enforce that. And I feel like how the sanctioning bodies are acting right now, shit, they might go ahead and mandate that fight and get it on out the way. Especially if Errol Spence decides to fight somebody out the blue like Blair Cobbs or some shit like what I was talking about earlier, or somebody out of the blue that ain't Virgil Ortiz or something like that. What you think about that, Bo?
I mean, I just think like even in the case with Ocampo, remember Ocampo, he wasn't even the highest ranked guy, and somehow they got it to mandate Ocampo and Errol Spence to fight, even though Ugas was ranked over him. Because like I had took some pictures down, because I went to the IBF website and I punched in a month and a year, and it shows like who was ranked wherever, during that time, and then it said the mandatory was between Ocampo and Errol Spence, even though Errol Spence was ranked below. I mean, I'm sorry, even though Ocampo was ranked below Ugas.
And you see, and just to elaborate what Bo said, I think everything you said was 100% correct. Because if you look at how the WBA played the situation with Ugas, I think out of all those competitors, I think Ennis should have been the more credible one to be in that tournament. And then they gave it to Stanionis. So yeah, I definitely believe, it's like I say, it's a lot of step aside shit or who had big bank play little bank, you know what I mean? So yeah, just because he is the number 1 ranked mandatory, If they don't mandate it, yeah, I think he could definitely skip over him and try to get him another little tune up.
Yeah, I mean, my dude fell out of there. I mean, yeah, I agree with y'all, man. I mean, Earl still got some options at this point, but the pressure is the pressure is there. You know what I mean? Like that heat is definitely at his heels. You got these dudes that's right there. And you are gonna have to do things like that. Maneuver and sidestep dudes in order to get these different fights because it's it's right there. You know, it's right there. You're gonna have to figure out ways to maneuver this guy and that guy. My guy King Third Eye says, explain how in the heck Virgil Ortiz is rated number one. Shit, if I know.
I mean, shit, Virgil been rated number one in the WBO. You know what I mean? Like before they mandated the Porter fight, Virgil Ortiz was number one. And I guess I don't know how that happened. Porter became number one mandatory for Bud. So it's just so tricky with that shit, man. It really is. It's real tricky with that.
Yeah, man, I totally agree, man. It should be interesting though. It should be real interesting. I'm glad that Virgil Ortiz is ranked number one. I think that's a tough fight for Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence probably still beats Virgil Ortiz, but that damn show ain't no gloss over fight. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's like if you Errol Spence, are you gonna take the high risk, high reward, or are you gonna take the high risk, low reward? You know what I mean? Like those are your options right now. Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, that is high risk, low reward if I've ever heard it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can give them the 80-20 and I think I heard somewhere where they said Boots was willing to take $1 million and then, you could take whatever's next. You know what I'm saying? But are y'all even going on pay-per-view? Would you put that on paper? I mean, you probably could, but
I think not to interrupt King David. I think
go ahead, fam.
what would make more sense. And like I say, I ain't with the ducking shit or none of that. But I think it'll sell with Virgil and Errol being that they both from Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that might do well.
You could either I think you could either put it at the Star or you could put it at Jerry's World. But it's gonna sell, man. Because I mean, just think what Mikey and Errol did, and just think what Errol and Virgil can do. You know what I mean? Because the city gonna come out and support them. So if it was me, just from a business standpoint, like I said, I don't condone the shit Errol do. But if he looking at it like, all right, well, out of the young lions, I'm gonna take Virgil Ortiz, make this money off the back end, get this on the pay-per-view because we know we can sell out either the Star or Cowboy Stadium. Hell, you could even try to do American Airlines Arena where the Babs play. So you know what I mean? That from a business standpoint, that makes more sense. But like I say, I mean, either or, he gonna have to see one of those guys if he don't get Crawford.
That does make sense though. That might actually be the play. Man. I could see that being the play, man. But that's why I asked that question earlier too. Like, if he fought Virgil Ortiz, would y'all consider it a duck? You ain't answered that question, Darren Young. Yeah, so go ahead and answer that question, and then I'm gonna go to G Parker, who just came up in the building. Go ahead.
Well, I like I say, it's like I told you earlier, King David. I think he needs a tune-up because I don't want to hear no bullshit about well, he didn't get a tune-up to fight Crawford. That's why he got it. Let him go ahead and get this young buck, knock him out the way, get this mandatory over with, and let's get this shit done by the summer or the fall, man. I don't think it's a duck. I really don't, because he does need that coming off that injury.
I hear you. Okay, G Parker just made it into the building. What's going on with you, G?
What's going on, fam? Can you hear me?
I can hear you good, man. What's up with you?
All right, man. Salute to you. Salute to the other fellas up there, man. How we doing?
How you doing, baby? How you doing?
Salute.
Man, I'm doing good. Bold, man. I owe you for what you did to my boy Terry Smoot, so I got to represent, man. I couldn't get on to get you out of here, man. We got to get you out of here.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, G.
As far as that goes, Errol Spence, man, he in a bad situation to an extent. If he doesn't fight Terrence Crawford, to everybody else, it does look like a duck. That's the best fight for him, man, because, I mean, they really got like a year left before this fight is not even interesting no more. I don't want to see another Mayweather and Pacquiao. We was all hyped for the fight, but we didn't get what we expected. Both of them, they was past their prime already when they fought. So I got about another year before I'd be like, man, the hell with it. On to the next.
Yeah, man.
So if it don't happen in 22, I'm through.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you. Okay, we got a new person in the chat today, man. J Mac 504. What's going on with you, fam?
Hey, not much. What's going on?
Not much,
Can you hear
man. We
me?
out here chilling. Yeah, we can hear you. You still there?
Nah, man. Yeah, I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Sound like some feedback in the back, though.
Oh, let me see. Let me check. I should be good now. I said,
You cutting in. Now you cutting in and cutting out now.
yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Go ahead and cook, bro.
I'm gonna hop back on and hop off.
All right, no problem. All right, so yeah, man. Let me read some of these comments in here real quick, man. While we going here, we got King the Third Eye Supreme says Boots Earl and Bud would stop Virgil Ortiz too. I think so too, man. Virgil Ortiz ain't quite ready. You know, he looked like a beatable guy. You know what I mean? And you know, I could see everybody going through him. But what you said though, Darren, made a lot of sense. If Earl did decide to fight Virgil, that could potentially be a big Texas fight over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I could see that.
yeah, brother. Yeah, that is.
Oh, yeah.
It'll definitely be big, man. Like I say, they could sell out. I would say Jed World. You know, I think they could do it too. But like I say, those or shit, Globe Life Stadium with a Rangers play. They got a lot of options where they can put that fight at, man, and it is gonna do numbers because they gonna bring
Minute
the
Maid.
Mexican. Well, that's in Houston, bro. But that's you know, but yeah, like just like that's a Dallas thing, you know what I mean? So like just overall with Dallas, they could just do a lot with that. And like I said, I don't think it would be a duck, man. I like I say, he really needs that because you know, coming off that eye injury, I want to see how it's tested. And shit, Virgil can punch. We saw what he did with the Mean Machine. You know what I mean? He could punch. So we gonna see.
I hear you. I never thought about that, man. But that would be something. That would be something. I would consider it a duck, but that would be something. Okay, we got somebody new in the building, man. My guy, Knockout Boxing 86 TV, done made it to the building. What's going on with you, fam? What's on your mind?
What's up with it, King David? How you doing, bro? And salute to everybody else on the panel as well, man.
Salute, bro.
Salute.
Yeah, so respectfully, bro, I gotta disagree with the last comment. I think it's a duck, bro. Like, and I'm a huge Errol Spence fan. Here's my thing, like, we gotta take these boxers at their word, right? Like, so when they say something or they tweet something or they move a certain way, like I'm as a man, I'm taking you serious. So when I see the man come out and say, look, bro, I don't need no tune-ups, fam. I'm only trying to fight champions next. Tune-ups is for people who don't believe in themselves. So when I hear you say some shit like that, bro, I'm taking you at your word. I'm taking you serious. So if that man's saying he don't want no tune-ups, and we know the WBA belt is tied up and it's not available to him to go try to get that WBA belt because Ugas got to fight in this tournament, he got a minimum of 2 fights before he's even available to unify, then it's only one other champion, bro, because you, Errol Spence, you got 2 of the belts, and that's Terrence Bud Crawford. Right. So I've said it multiple times, and I say it again. It's only 3 fights I'm okay with for that man. And it's in this order. First and foremost, I need that Terrence Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence unification fight. That's the first fight I want above anything else. The second fight is if the IBF say, look, man, Abdul Kakarov just lost. Jaron Ennis is number 2 in our ranking systems. We making him your mandatory Earl, and you either got to drop the belt or fight him. So he got to fight Jaron Ennis so he don't lose the belt. Or the third fight is if Virgil Ortiz becomes his mandatory in the WBC. If it ain't a mandatory defense, bro, if it ain't one of them sanctioned bodies saying he gonna lose his belt, if he don't fight one of them dudes, then he got to go see Terrence Bud Crawford because that's what he told us he would do. As far as the eye injury shit, bro, and all of that shit, I trust these doctors to do their job. It's when everybody was bringing up that shit about Ugas and his bicep going into the Manny Pacquiao fight, these dudes got to pass through certain little protocols and shit before they can get in that ring and fight. So if the doctor say he okay, if that man say he okay, I'm not gonna make no excuses for him, bro. Like we can't do that because I know as an Errol Spence fan, if he go in there and wash Bud Crawford, I want all the credit in the world, bro. I
Yes,
want
sir.
that
Yes,
man
sir.
to get his full credit. So if
Yeah.
Bud go in there and watch him, shit, he gonna get full credit from me, bro. Eye
Yeah,
injury, no eye injury, none of that shit.
and I respect everything you said, man. Because like I say, you know, I know if you say you a Spence fan, that's good. You don't seem like one of those fanboys that be just so hysterical with this bullshit. I'm
Yeah.
actually a Terrence Crawford fan myself, man. Like I fuck with Crawford. It's just like I said, I just don't want to hear the excuses from not from you, just from anybody else who's saying, "Oh well, he didn't have time because his eye." You know, you want to test yourself. That's fine. But just know what comes with that, no excuses. Because like you said, he did say no cans of tuna fish. He wants straight champion. So all right. I agree with everything you say, bro. No rebuttal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I'm with you, bro. That's the thing. Like, it's gonna be some fans that do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some fans that's gonna make excuses and do all that shit. Just, you gotta hang around King David. Hang around myself. You'll be around some real ones and shit, and we'll give credit where it's due. Shit, that's just what it is. That's how I'm gonna give it up, bro.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I respect that.
Hey, and you look foolish when you do anything outside of that, man. And I can't be out here looking foolish, man. You know what I'm saying? I done put my face out here on the internet. I can't be out here looking crazy, man. Somebody see me in the streets and like, hey, man, what the hell that was you were saying online? Like, nah, bro, you know what I mean? So, I mean, we'll just see what happens, though, man. It's a real. If you Errol Spence again, man, you've been saying this stuff. All these things you said you were gonna do. You said what you're gonna do. We waiting for you to do it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it is what it is at this particular point in time. But let me ask you guys this, man. Let me ask y'all this.
Yo, can y'all hear
Oh,
me?
my bad, fam. My
Can y'all
bad, fam. I didn't
hear
get
me
your take.
this
You cutting in and cutting out, man.
time?
Yeah, you cutting in and
Still
cutting
chopping
out.
up?
Yeah, you real
Man, it gotta
choppy.
be. Hold on. How's it sound right now?
There you go. You sound good now.
Okay.
Okay, bro. Give
My
me.
Bluetooth was tripping. I don't even. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, nah, it's on you, bro. Give me your thoughts, man. What you
Okay.
think about what I'm saying? What
Hey.
you got? You got it? Yeah, I don't hear you, bro. You chopping up now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, man.
Might be have some bad reception.
Yeah, you got some bad reception, man. Hey, try to come in and come back out, bro. Try to come in and come back out.
I don't know.
Can't hear nothing you saying, bro.
Yeah, he's
Yo,
skipping like one of them CD players.
yeah, bro. Hey, try to come in and come back out, bro. Cause right now your signal is pretty bad right now. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to say. But let's look at this comment here, man. IMU says, for some odd reason, I see Spence vacating the belt. If that happens, I'll never watch a Spence fight again. What y'all think about that?
Shit, that's an odd ass read. That man ain't did nothing. He ain't said nothing to make you
Yeah.
think he ever do no sucker shit like that, bro.
I don't see him vacating at all.
Yeah, nah, I don't. After all paying all that fucking money, nah, that nigga not vacating that shit. He gonna fight.
Yeah, he'll fight a voluntary, and then King David will be calling him a duck, and I'll have to agree with his ass like I'm having to do with the Charlos right now.
Yeah,
He ain't
man.
gonna vacate the belt. Shit.
Man, knockout. We gotta hold it down for Texas, man.
Hold it down.
We
Bro, I
looking
know.
good, but
I know. It be
we still
hurting.
10 toes.
It be
It
hurting.
hurt. It hurt me.
It be hurting to make that content, bro. It be hurting to make that content on the Charlos.
Charlo's right around the corner, man.
Hey, can I ask you two fellas that's from Texas, man? How do y'all feel about those guys, man? The Charlos, man. You know, I wish they would be more fucking humble, man. Because like I said, I'm from Louisiana, you know what I mean, but I live in New York now. But I like those guys, but it's just hard to like their ass, man, because they just talk just talk so much shit, man. And it's like, come on, bro. Y'all niggas not fighting the guys that we want to see y'all fight. How y'all feel about that, man?
I say Jamel fighting because he fighting Castano, so he been fighting the people that we want to fight. Now Jamal on the other hand, he tripping right now.
Yeah, I would say I found out that they was born in Louisiana, so I was trying to make a trade. I was trying to make a trade for the two Charlos for Regis Prograde. That's what I was trying to do. Regis been living in Houston, so I was trying to say Regis is from Texas and the Charlos from Louisiana. But no, in all seriousness though, bro, like when you got Jamal Charlo out here, David Benavidez coming after him. You got Andrade coming after him. And for me, it's really Andrade because Andrade is the one that's in the same weight class as him. For Andrade to like mess your little brother out some money and then call you up and say he won't fight you and you turn that shit down, like I got questions, bro. Like how somebody screw your little brother out some money and they won't fight you? Like I don't know about that one, bro. So
streets and business don't go together, man.
Yeah, they looking bad out here, bro. They looking bad out here, to say the least.
Facts. Hey, let me ask y'all this, man. G Parker and Knockout, because I asked the other two earlier. How long do you feel Bud should continue to pursue the fight? If the fight don't happen next, how long should Bud continue to pursue it?
Shit, until he makes Spence either like, which I don't think Spence is gonna do, but I'm gonna answer your question. Until he make him run up to 154. Like you can't get tired of chasing greatness, right? So I understand he was undisputed at 140, but he got to keep chasing champions until the champions either fight his ass or they move up and vacate or retire some shit. Like that's what he in the game for, to be great, to chase greatness. So shit, for however long it either A, take him to get the fight, or for however long it B, take Spence to get the hell up out of Dodge, bro. That's the only thing he can do.
You don't think he should try to go up to 154 himself? Try to see them dudes up there after a certain amount of time?
If he feel like he good in that weight class, I mean, he started at 135, so he's small. He done grew into 147 like a motherfucker, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Boy, yeah.
So maybe, so shit. I mean, maybe that's up to him and his team. But for however long he at 147, he should keep chasing that fight. But if he move up and it's clear, like, yo, I tried to negotiate, I tried to do this, I tried to do that, but Spence wasn't trying to fight me. As long as he make it clear and it's not arbitrary and shit, and the fans don't have a leg to stand on, or where we all know Spence is the one that ducked him. As long as he make that clear first, then I ain't got no problem with him moving up to 154. But for as long as he 147, he should chase that man.
I hear you.
My only thing with that is that a lot of Spence supporters, they already in denial. They're still being in denial. I mean, it's been 4 years, and a lot of Spence fans are still in denial. So if Crawford was to move up, they're gonna try to do a bait and switch and say, "Oh, Crawford ain't want that smoke, so he was ducking Errol Spence, and he should have went the IBF route." So the thing is that that's what I'm afraid of.
Man, the people that do that shit, man, they not real boxing fans. They just going with who hot right now. I believe this guy, he hot right now, so they be on that. Real boxing fans understand how the game goes and stuff like that. You can't really, you can support the fight. You can believe which fighter gonna win, but you can't just be dick riding like that. Everything that one fighter do is great, and then when somebody else do the same thing, you want to poke a hole in it.
Yes, sir. Well, let me ask the same question to you too, G. How long do you feel that Bud should hang around at 147 or pursue an Earl fight before moving up to 154? How long you feel like he should do that?
Well,
if this Earl fight don't happen next.
If he feel like he gonna finish his career at 147, go ahead and keep chasing the fight. But if you're gonna move up to 154 and this fight don't happen now, with you being 34 years old, you need to go up now and go and get a couple of big fights at 154. Because I mean, truth be told, you starting to hit the downside of your career.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, bro. Let me flip it on y'all for a minute. So let's say Errol Spence is true, and what I think is gonna happen is that the fight gets made, and it's Errol Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford yet. Are y'all gonna finally admit that Spence was never ducking him and that it was Bob Arum all along?
Oh no, hell no! You ain't gonna get me to say that.
Yeah,
Hell no. I got hell no that one. hey, but I will give Errol Spence some props for stepping up and fighting, because he could do some sucker shit like vacate or fight somebody like a Blair Cobbs or somebody, and he could do that. He would get heavily criticized for doing it, but he could do it. He ain't got to fight Bud. You know what I'm saying? So, if he fight Bud, I give him some credit for stepping up and fighting Bud. But I mean, at the end of the day, he been ducking this whole time. That's always gonna be my stance, man. Up until
We already had this conversation. Why
Yeah,
is
I
that
know.
against though? With all the facts that you know, why
I-
do you believe that, bro?
Man, I mean, how much time you got? Goddamn, I mean, it's a
Shit, I
whole lot.
ain't got my show for another 2 hours. I got 2 hours, bro.
Oh, okay. You do got. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all
That mate.
subscribe to my guy Knockout Boxing 86 TV. He got a live show coming up in 2 hours, so y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my guy. Good boxing channel. Talk some good shit, you know. But yeah, man. Shit, man, it's a laundry list of things, man. I mean, we gotta start at the very beginning. When Bud was coming up to 147, man, and he was looking for all the best welterweights. And both Keith Thurman and Errol Spence told him needed to get a belt first. But Mikey Garcia didn't have to get a belt. So why would Terrence Crawford have to get a belt? Being the number one guy at 140 pounds. So I could start there and just kind of move all the way up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to make this show about that.
No, we don't have to, bro. I was
Yeah.
Because you and I, we went back and forth for a whole. It was respectful, but we went back and forth for a whole goddamn hour and something.
Oh,
one
yeah.
time.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
I was there for that one.
You know how I give it up. I'm just messing around. Bro.
Yeah, that's why I asked you. I said, well, how much time you got, goddamn? Because you already know how that go. You know, but I Errol Spence would definitely get some credit from me if he steps up and fight Terrence Crawford. But let me ask all y'all this, right? And this is gonna be for both Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. If they don't fight each other next, who would you be okay with seeing them in the ring with? Like, who would be your preference out of everybody that's available, and why? So I'll start with you, Bo.
I mean, for me, if they don't fight each other on the Buzz side, you know, I'm okay with him fighting Boots or Ortiz. On the Errol Spence side, I ain't gonna be okay with it because I mean, been stringing along for 4 years, so I mean, he has no choice in my eyes but to fight Bud.
I hear you. I respect that. All right, I'll go to you next, G Parker. Same question.
I agree. They if they don't fight each other, they should take the youngsters out, or if not, one of them take Keith Thurman out.
Okay. But who would be your preference out of the youngsters for each fighter for both Bud and Earl? And
all right,
why?
I'd say just from a matchup standpoint, I'd take Bud and Ortiz, and then Spence and Ennis.
Okay. Why?
Just for a style matchup, they seem like they'll be more competitive with each other. You know, Ennis and Spence both long for the division. You know, kind of similar fighting style. It'd be a pretty good match. And then Virgil Ortiz. I mean, I hate to say it like this, just to go and get his ass out the way. Just put him in there with somebody just to show him he clearly is not ready for the division like he think he is.
Okay. Same. I'm gonna come around to you, Darren. Same question. And Knockout, I'll go to you afterwards.
That's cool.
For Bud, I'm gonna have to go with my man Virgil Ortiz, and like I say, Spencer have to get that man though, man. That's how I come with it. Bud Ortiz, Spencer Ennis.
Okay, Spence Ennis. Okay, and why those matchups do you like better?
I mean, I like those matchups. Like I say, because if I'm gonna start with Earl first. I think just to let's say Earl goes out and just defeats Boots. You know what I mean? That'll be huge coming off a layoff like how he did. I think that'll give him a lot of momentum going into the Crawford fight. You know what I mean? He'll have a lot more confidence. And I think for Bud, it's just basically just staying in shape. You know, Virgil Ortiz been wanting him. He's been asking for it. So go ahead and tax his ass real quick. You know what I mean? Get this shit on the road.
Okay. We got a new person visit us in the chat. Argenis Barber. Hold on. I'm gonna come to you, Argenis. I'm gonna go to Knockout and then I'm gonna go to you, fam. So Knockout, same question, bro.
Simple, bro. It has to be Spence first. If one of those mandatories get enforced, and then I'm cool with Bud fighting the other one because Keith Thurman about to fight Mario Barrios. But they need to fight each other. But if whatever mandatory get enforced on Spence, if that's the case, I'm cool with him fighting Ennis or Ortiz. I'm not cool with him fighting him as a voluntary, though. I got to make that very clear. It has to be a mandatory. And then Bud fight the other one because he don't want to just sit around and not be doing nothing while Spence is, staying active and and getting warm. He need to keep that momentum going from his Sean Porter victory. So that would be mine. Spence mandatory, and then Bud get the other one in whichever order. I don't really care who they fight.
Okay. So I know how you feel about the mandatories and the voluntaries or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But like, what would be your preference in matchups between the youngsters and Thurman? Like, if you had to match up Earl and one of the other the newbies, you know what I'm saying, and Bud and one of the newbies or Thurman, what would be your preference? You know what I mean?
Yeah, give Spence Virgil Ortiz, because y'all don't want to say it, but I feel like y'all keep trying to give Spence Ennis because y'all think Ennis is a tougher fight than Ortiz. Hell no, give Spence Ortiz, bro, and then y'all let y'all man take boots. I know what y'all doing. Y'all ain't slick, bro. Y'all ain't slick. Shit, miss me with that. Y'all go ahead and take Ennis. We'll take Ortiz. Shit, it's a Texas fight, so we'll do that.
Oh Lord, I hear you. I respect it though. I respect it. You a true
that what y'all trying to do. Y'all just don't want to say it, bro. y'all ain't want to say it. Y'all like, well, shit, I think Spence and Ennis, they both long and shit. Nah, y'all know Ennis is a better
easy
fighter.
route, Spence.
Shit, y'all know Ennis.
Man, I got Spence. Hey, man, I got Spence taking Ennis side, man.
Ennis gonna whoop Spence.
Oh Lord. Okay, all right. Hey, AB, it's on you, fam. What's going on, man?
What's good, family? How y'all doing today?
Man, we good.
Chilling, man. Chilling out here, man. What you got on your mind, man?
Man, I just want to respond to the question. Now, if Bud don't get Spence, I mean, why should he waste his time at 47 any longer? Just to wait for hopefully getting Errol Spence. I think he should just try to see if he can get the win of Castellano and Charlo for undisputed at 54. Why should he wait for Errol Spence? And Errol Spence, if he don't fight, I think he's trying to wait until the IBF mandate Boots Ennis or mandate somebody. Because if he fight anybody besides Bud Crawford, that dude is finished. It's over. It's a wrap. He said all he need to say. While he's saying line them up. Line who up? Ennis, Ortiz? No, line up Bud Crawford. It's 4 years overdue. 4 years overdue. You don't need no warm up. He ain't impressive. He ain't across the street no more. So line it up.
Hey, hold on real quick, AB. For the people that I got waiting in the background, man, I can only have 6 people in here, man. I got that free version. You know what I'm saying? The StreamYard. I ain't upgrade yet.
Hey, man, I'm gonna check out so somebody else can get in, man.
Hey, all right, we'll come back then a little bit later, G. And
all right.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, man, we're gonna try to get some knockout level subscribers before we upgrade to that paid version. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, keep grinding. You got great content. You work hard, bro. You got a great channel. Just keep grinding. This shit gonna get there, bro. And anytime you come through, I already told you, bro. Just drop your link in the chat. I'll tell people to subscribe to you.
Appreciate that, fam. Yes, sir. Appreciate the love and support. Okay, we got somebody new in the building. 84 prime time in the building. What's going on with you, family? How you doing, man? What's on your mind?
I'm doing good. Now I've been checking out your channel here in the comments and stuff, and you have a good thing going on, man. And it's gonna grow, and like Homeboy said, you're gonna get bigger. You know what I mean? For sure.
Appreciate that, man.
But like I was saying, Boots, man. You know what? I know people, like all my buddies, like, oh, you're crazy. But I would like to see Boots versus Virgil, man, right now. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly think that Virgil, it'll be a tough fight for Boots.
I think so too.
Shit, you ain't wrong. That's the way it should be. Spence versus Crawford, and then let the 2 young lions fight to see who fight the winner.
Exactly.
You ain't wrong.
Who y'all pick?
I'm sorry. That's all I told my buddy. I said, all I'm saying is like an eliminator. Have them 2 young cats duke it out. Whoever wins, and then like you said. Yep.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world, man. You know, that's what these young dudes are supposed to be doing as they make their way to that top level. They supposed to be knocking each other off, but we just don't get that type of stuff anymore. A lot of these fighters coming up, they're just super protected. And for that reason, they're not fighting the more dangerous prospects coming up on that side, but either way, I'm okay. But let me ask you guys this. If Boots and Virgil were to fight for that top spot, who would you pick? And I'll start with you, Bo.
To me, I honestly think it's a 50-50 fight for one reason. I think Ortiz has the more experience as far as fighting the upper echelon competition. However, I do think Boots is very talented. I just need to see it on display against, somebody at that elite level. So right now I got it as a 50-50. So I don't know who will win that fight.
Gotcha. You got it as a 50-50. So you just gonna say so you're not gonna pick nobody. You just gonna say 50-50. I know Knockout ain't gonna pick nobody, but I'm gonna ask him anyway. You know what I'm saying? Knockout, who you got out of Boots and Ortiz? Who would you favor in that fight?
Just for you, I do it, bro. Ennis. I favor Ennis, bro, because Virgil Ortiz, he ain't responsible enough defensively to me. Number one. Number two, Boots, you can see that he's more talented than Virgil Ortiz. And I think we get a similar situation to what we got with Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter, where Sean Porter, and I wrongly picked him to win the fight, but Sean Porter, he had more experience. He had fought the better welterweights, but Bud went in there and showed my talent just on a different level from this dude, and he stopped him. And so while Virgil Ortiz has better experience and he's fought maybe better competition, I think he's gonna get in there with Jaron Boots Ennis, and he's gonna be too much for him. And if Mean Machine can hit you, why the hell can't Jaron Boots Ennis hit you?
Well, let me just say this real quick. See, this is the reason why I say that, because Jaron Ennis, yes, he is flashy, but I seen him get cracked quite a few times in quite a few fights. Like even when he destroyed Thomas DeLorme, it's like Jaron Ennis get hit in the same spot, and it's like always on his I think it's either on his left side or something. He don't see the punch coming. He gets cracked every time, and that's the problem. That's why I said like I think he doesn't have the experience with it at first when it comes to that. But that's just my opinion.
No, that's facts, bro. That's fact. That's all facts.
Yeah, I was at a Robert Garcia, my nephew boxes, and we were up in Oxnard. I'm in Bakersfield, California, so we're about 2 hours away from Oxnard, and Virgil was in there training, and so we went in there, right, just kind of on the sidelines watching, while everybody's training. And bro, I mean, Ennis, I don't know how his power is, man, but Virgil Ortiz hits like a mule, bro. I mean, he hits hard, bro. So I don't know if Boots could take the power, bro, or not, because he gets caught with a clean one, he might be out. But like you said, only thing I noticed too is that, I mean, I ain't a boxing, Teddy Atlas, but from what I noticed is, like you said, the defense. I think he needs to work on his defense a little bit more and not engage in the war all the time,
Those is facts. I would just say the same way that you said about Boots taking Virgil Ortiz's power. Those are facts, but I also saw Mean Machine hurt Virgil Ortiz and drop him.
Yeah,
and
he didn't drop him.
I think I feel like it should have been a knockdown, but we don't have to debate that. But what
did Virgil say?
Short, if Mean Machine can hurt that man, I believe Boots Ennis can hurt him too. I'll just leave it at that.
Hey, Virgil was smooth though, huh? When he's like, no, he didn't hurt me. It was a slip. By the way.
Yeah, that was that. That's that Dallas, Texas in him. He just what he can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man.
It's just, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, J Mac 504, man. I ain't go to you yet, bro. What's going on with you, fam? You got everything working? How's it going?
I'm hoping it's working this time. It normally works, but I must not be able to cook today or something. I don't know what's going on. Can y'all hear me?
We hear you good now, man. You good out here, man. So what's on your mind, fam?
All right.
Oh Lord.
Damn.
Well, I'm done.
Breaking up again.
Yeah, he breaking up again, fam.
From
He got that.
Let me be work.
He got that track phone. He got that Walmart track phone.
That's that Metro PCS here in Dallas.
Metro PCS.
It's that cricket.
That boy got that prepaid. Oh Lord. You good, bro?
I think he might have to try again, brother.
Man.
What do you guys think about Canelo and Mayweather going back and forth? Do you think they're trying to set up a major fight again?
Hold on. Before we go to that, let me go to my boy AB. Let me get his take on it. AB, Boots and Virgil Ortiz. Who you favor in that fight and why?
I got Boots because Boots got more tools in the toolbox than Virgil Ortiz. Better feet. Now I've seen Boots get hit, like everybody said before, but in boxing, a lot of people get hit unless you floor Mayweather. Even he got caught. So everybody about to get caught. is bound to get caught. Boots is bigger, and I think Boots will beat him.
I respect that. Okay. All right. Go ahead, 84 prime time. What were you gonna say, man? We had a question. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. No, my question was, what do you guys think about Canelo and Mayweather going back and forth? Do you think they're trying to set up like a super fight, or you think they're just going back and forth because it's good for everybody?
Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Nobody.
I don't think Mayweather getting back in the ring with no damn Canelo. Hell no.
How old Floyd? You see Floyd against Logan Paul? Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
Why Canelo trying to fight Floyd? Come on now. That man about 50 years. Stop it, Canelo. It's plenty of young dudes that want to fight Canelo. Let's stop it.
Real talk. I think Floyd, he ain't used to not having the spotlight, bro.
Huh? This dude, look, Canelo will never be on Floyd Mayweather's level. Let's stop the cap. Canelo Alvarez wish he was Floyd Mayweather. Stop the cap.
I think personally,
Canelo was.
Hold on, y'all. One at a time. Go ahead, Bo.
I don't think Canelo is on his level. What I'm saying is, Floyd is used to everybody talking about Canelo, the face of this, the face of that. Floyd don't like that shit because it was him for over a decade, bro. And so that's why he taking
Canelo bringing Floyd name up, talking about he'll beat Floyd.
Nah, Canelo, Floyd brought Canelo's name up in the press conference for the Tank Davis Isaac Cruz fight, bro.
Yeah,
he brought his name up first, and he wasn't even asked about him. He just started bringing his name up,
but to AB point, I do remember Canelo saying something like if he fought Mayweather now, he would beat him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But in Canelo's defense, and I can't believe I'm defending Canelo. In Canelo's defense, he's supposed to say that as a fighter. You know what I mean? He's supposed.
He's supposed to say it. But come on, this man about 50 years old, man. Come on now, really? You serious?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm being biased, man. I'm Hispanic, man. I need that one back. We gotta get Canelo.
Hey, your boy did get beat real bad. He did. Real bad.
We need the run back for that one.
Hey, I'm still reeling after Roy Jones got knocked out by Antonio Tarver, man.
Oh, you won't run it back. If y'all want to run it back, shit, just have Canelo go ahead and hop in the ring with Andrade or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
the guy, he said, "You
want payday? I'm with that.
What about Benavidez?
Oh no, I don't want Canelo in there with Benavidez. Nah, I'm good.
I want to see that. I want to see that.
Why you don't want him in there with Benavidez?
No, we got to keep him protected, bro.
Nah, we don't want to protect nobody.
Boxing the only sport that'll do that shit, bro. Like when you get to a certain level and you great and you supposed to be pound for pound, they won't protect you. At every other sport, when you supposed to be great, they make you prove that shit.
Over and over again, man.
But then they do that. But then that goes more to the boxers though. Like a dude like Bud Crawford, he don't want to be protected. He just want to keep showing and proving. And some dudes like, okay, let me just go and make this money. I'm not mad. Make your money. 35 mil a fight. Get paid. I wish I can get that. I fight bombs.
I agree with everything you said, except you should have replaced Bud Crawford's name with Errol Spence. Other than that,
oh my God, stop it!
Hey, what's that guy that Canelo said he wanted a payday?
Can y'all hear me now?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. There you go.
And no, nigga, I ain't got no trap phone. I'm on the road. I'm just out of my phone. My network ain't working right.
I hear you, fam.
I see.
Yeah, that again.
Kind of saucy, man.
He sounded like he was about to start talking some good shit.
Yeah, right.
Real saucy.
Yeah. He got T-Mobile. Give him a break. He got T-Mobile.
He got T-Mobile
behind his.
You got that boost phone.
I think I was.
Oh man.
In the bed.
Damn, fam. Yeah, man.
Bro, we hear every 12. We hear
you breaking up.
Yeah, he must be calling from the forest somewhere or some shit.
He was Earl.
Earl somewhere in the gym getting ready to work your man over, bro.
Okay. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
For that. I want to see who work who over.
Yeah, I want that. Yeah, we want all that. You know what I mean?
I know y'all
what weight is Errol Spence at?
I know y'all want smoke. That's why I respect y'all, cause y'all want to see the fight. Y'all ain't on some old bullshit.
No, I just want to see it.
Yeah, I just want to see it, man. Because just like the Mayweather Pacquiao, man. I think like I was one of the dudes who picked Mayweather to beat Pacquiao, man, and for years, we were just like, man, we want to see the fight because I want to be able to talk my shit after I figure out that I'm right, after I see it. You know what I mean? I want to come back on here and be like, I told you so. You're gonna see it in the caption and everything. I told you so. You know what I mean? So I just want to see the fight. I know it's gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna get drunk. You know what I'm saying? Sit back on the couch, watch a good little tussle,
scream at the TV.
And both of them dudes got dog in them too, man. So I know it's gonna be a good one. I know Earl ain't gonna come in there and lay down. You know what I mean?
He going to sleep though. He going to sleep though.
I think he getting stopped too, but I know he ain't gonna lay down.
Yeah, y'all
ain't gonna lay down, but he going to sleep though. I mean, it's good to fight back, but
y'all ain't gonna put no money on him getting stopped.
I put some money on it. Getting stopped.
Yeah,
I put some money around too.
Yeah, I put money on it.
And true be told, I'm for the piss the panel.
Bud Crawford stopping in the 10th round. I'm calling him right now.
Terrence Crawford he got to stop him because he ain't got no shot to outbox him. Yeah, I said it.
Are you crazy? What can Errol Spence do to Bud Crawford? We're not going to do that. Don't do that. I'm sorry.
You know what though? I agree with them because I want that win back from Mikey Garcia. He beat my boy up so bad.
Oh Lord!
He wants all wins back for the Mexicano.
Yeah, bro.
I hear you, man.
84 cool as shit, though. He cool as shit, though. He ain't playing,
I ain't mad at you, fam. Not mad at
you.
you.
What Bud gonna do? He gonna go southpaw? Shit, go ahead then. Go ahead with your bad self. Turn southpaw.
I mean, who made the 12 rounds of Bud when Bud went southpaw at 147?
Shit, who beat Errol Spence ever?
Huh? Who beat Bud ever?
Nobody. We gonna be the first.
I'm saying.
Yeah, we gonna be. I gonna be
the first.
The first after never wearing.
The next to go to sleep.
Yeah.
The next to go to sleep.
The first on the week.
We ain't going to sleep, man. We gonna do that boy bad, man. We gonna do him bad.
Come on now, just tell the truth. Your boy waiting for Boots Ennis to be or somebody to mandate the IBF.
No, I disagree with you. Let me tell you why, though. In all seriousness, I know we're talking shit, but let me tell you why. So, Boots Ennis, if you got eyes and you know boxing, and I know everybody up here know they boxing, you know Boots Ennis is a dangerous ass fight. So, if you Errol Spence, what type of sense do it make if you gonna fight a dangerous ass fight anyway, right?
Yeah.
Why are you gonna fight a dangerous ass fight for less money?
I was just saying like you talking about high risk, low reward versus high risk, high reward.
No, he ain't waiting on Boots in my opinion, bro, because that would be dumb. Like shit, let me get this big ass pay-per-view money and these millions. If I'm gonna risk it all, I'm gonna risk it all against another champion, not some dude that is just as dangerous, that hit hard than a motherfucker too. Like, why I'm gonna risk it against him and I'm gonna get paid less? That shit just don't
feel you. But like Bud said when they met up, Bud said, "You smart, but not that smart." Hey, I don't know.
I think Earl will edge Boots out though. If they did fight though, I think he'll edge him out right now.
It'll be a good fight.
It'll be a good one.
Same dude, except one of them throw combinations all the time.
Nah, Boots got a little more dimensions than Earl, but I think
Boots throw combinations.
But I think Earl got the more experience though.
Boots gonna say like Mikey said, I see something in him. Man.
Mikey was lying to himself.
Y'all like all them basketball fans that sleep on Tim Duncan because he's so fundamental and shit. Like,
oh yeah, Tim Duncan was boring as hell with it, bro.
Yeah, Tim Duncan. That nigga played it.
Let me try this again.
Errol Spence displayed his boxing skills against Mikey. I didn't see him really display any boxing skills against anybody else. He just going there to try to roughhouse him.
Yeah, but Mikey was too small, bro. Hey, I bet 500 against my bro from work, right? You know, black dude. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go with Spence. Spence gonna get his ass." You know, me being Mexican, be prideful. I'm like, "I got it, 500." Hey, the third round, the fourth round, I'm like, "Hey, you straight about that bet, bro?" I mean,
you can't be betting with your emotions, bro.
I ain't bet with my emotions. I knew better too. My dad was like, "Man, you a fool. What are you doing?"
Like when you take out
you gotta listen to your dad, my guy.
Yeah, got they heritage and shit. You bet on a dude coming up from 135 pounds. Yeah, like 5 inch reach disadvantage.
Hey, yo, I'm still breaking up.
Man, most people were picking. Most people was picking the stoppage though, too, man. On top of that, like most people was picking Earl. So you definitely took a gamble there, dog. That was like 15 to 1 or something like that.
It was, bro. When
hey, yo, can y'all hear me?
when Mikey was fucking getting hit and then raising his hand every round to the 12th round, he's like, yeah, you know, I'm like, mother.
Bro, he did that shit. He did that shit last fight too against Sandor Martin. I'm like, what you raising your hand for, bro?
Why do you do that?
Like,
You give him your face beat and you gonna raise your hand at the end of the round. Yeah.
He's trying to convince the judges.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Hey, this motherfucker Mikey came in like goddamn Apollo Creed in the last fight and then got his ass straight beat up. I was like, oh hell no, I can't believe this shit. That shit hurt my heart, man. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this motherfucker. You know, like your homie that gets beat up all the time. You're like, you know what, dog? You gotta stop fighting, bro.
I tell you who you need to latch on to. You know who Jesse Rodriguez is?
Oh yeah, yep. He's bad.
Down at 118. That's a bad,
118. Yeah, he's a beast.
I want to see Zerto Ramirez get his shot, man. I want to see that.
Yep, he's good too.
Bibble ducked his ass, bro.
Yeah, he ducked the shit out of Zerto, but
I personally still think Bevo beat the shit out of him though. I don't see Zerto as that good, man. I mean, he's good, but I just don't see him on that level, to be honest with you.
And what about a Cruz guy that fought Tank? He did fucking better than I expected.
Cruz.
Maybe Tank is as good as people thought.
That was a cherry pick that went wrong, man. That was a cherry pick that went wrong.
Horribly wrong.
Hey, what did Tank say? You want to fight him again? Hell no.
Yeah, hell no. He said, I got this win. Shit, hell no.
Man, I watched Cruz fight before that. I was like, I don't even think he's even on that level. Right. And then I looking at Tank, and then I was like, damn, he gave Tank a match. But then I started to realize, I'm like, Tank ain't really been fighting nobody either.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I said Tank on that level. Maybe at 130.
Be in the minority, bro.
I'm actually with you, Naka. I know where you're going, but go ahead. Cause Tank, even though Tank has been fought, me? Hold on, yeah, we can hear you, fam. We can hear you. But hold on.
I trust my eyes, bro. Okay. Tank is talented, bro. He can fight.
Yeah, he's talented, but
no, he's talented, but he's not.
I think maybe what's gonna happen is this Isaac Cruz win. Isaac Cruz only 23. Just give it some time. It'll probably age like fine wine, because Isaac Cruz can fight, bro. He ran through Vargas, who was a former champion. He ran through Magdaleno, who was a top level fighter. Like Isaac Cruz.
All I gotta say is Lomachenko. Tell Tank to holler Lomachenko. Until he holler Lomachenko, Tank Davis to go sit down.
Hey, a lot of people like Loma in that last fight, man. But I wasn't too impressed. I ain't gonna hold.
Me neither.
He did. I wasn't impressed.
I think Tank could beat him. I think Tank.
Okay.
You think Tank could beat Loma?
Loma gonna put hands and feet on Tank. Why Tank ain't trying to?
Hey, look.
Look, I want to be loyal to Tank Davis because I want to do it for the bros, but look,
hey,
Lomo,
let me tell you this about Loma.
Let
me tell you this about Loma. Let me try to just give you an idea of why I ain't really like. First of all, Richard Comey, he ain't won a big fight in his life. That's the first thing.
Right. It don't matter. Okay.
The second thing, when you match up Tank and Lomachenko, you gotta understand something. Lomachenko, he takes one angle, bro. He only takes his angle to try to get his lead left hand off. When he's taking that angle to his right, taking that angle to his right, he's taking an angle straight to Tank Davis's left hand, bro. Straight to his left hand. Okay. Like that's a problem. And then also we giving him all this credit. He lost to Salido. He lost.
That's his very first fight against Lolito. Very first fight. Even though he lost his very first fight. Come on.
This is what he did against Richard Comey. All he did against Richard Comey was he beat the guy ass. Hold on, he beat the guy ass who got his ass beat by the guy who got his ass beat, bro. That's all he did.
I'll say this.
Richard Comey was in his way. He did what he had to do.
Go ahead, Bo. Yeah. What I mean, like we could say Loma, lost or whatever the case is, but here's the big difference. Loma is fighting better competition, way better competition than Tank ever had. You know what I'm saying? And if Loma, there's a reason why they didn't put Tank in with Loma when Loma been calling him out for years, because they ain't think Tank was ready for that boy, man.
Still ain't ready.
Are y'all absolutely 100% sure that Richard Comey and Nakatani are better fighters than Isaac Pitbull Cruz?
Thank you. I agree.
It don't matter. Are you sure Tank does something? It's about Tank and Lomachenko.
I agree.
It's about Tank and Lomachenko. It ain't about Cruz. It ain't about Pitbulls, nothing. It's about Tank and Lomachenko.
No, but y'all are shitting on. Y'all are saying Lomachenko.
I'm talking about Tank and Lomachenko. I don't care who they done fought.
To be honest with you, I think Comey is better than Cruz, man. Cruz to me,
Hell
come on,
no.
man. Cruz
Nah,
before,
See,
put it
Cruz
this way,
getting Cruz getting credit
Cruz
like
before he
because he
fought
gave Tank
Tank
a tough
Davis.
fight. Come on now, we're gonna
Yeah,
stop this
nobody,
madness.
Okay. Who
nobody knew who Cruz was before
who's
he fought
better?
this
Would
fight
you
unless he
pick
was a hardcore
Comey?
fan.
Would you
Well,
pick
just
Comey
because
to beat Mario Barrios?
Do I
No,
think?
I
no,
don't.
Do I think what?
I don't.
Would you pick Richard Comey to beat Mario Barrios?
Well, that's
No.
two different weight classes, right?
Look, I don't
What they
rate.
got to do with
I don't.
anything?
Look,
Tank Davis ain't fighting nobody,
I
and
don't.
we
I'm
can agree
what
on
I'm
that.
saying
I don't. I don't.
We
I
can
don't.
agree on that. Tank
point.
Davis cherry picks fighters.
I'm
Hey,
disagreeing.
but
Tank
that
Davis is a
ain't.
cherry
But
picker.
okay, but I think we
Somebody
can
think
all.
I'm
I think we can all acknowledge that he cherry pick fighters.
That's
But
what I'm
again,
saying. It's
but the thing
habitual.
is, when you look at Nakatani, you look at Richard Comey, and then you look at Barrios, and you look at Cruz. I mean, which two are the tougher? I mean,
Mario and Cruz.
Tank
Sure.
has Barrios and Cruz are tougher fighters than Nakatani. What is
So why don't he fight
But
Vasily Lomachenko if he whooping tougher competition?
yeah, you should fight.
Okay,
Lomachenko.
so let's say I give y'all that Tank fought tougher competition. Yeah. So if he
I
fought
don't
tougher
even think he fought
competition
tough
and did
competition.
better against tougher competition, why don't he fight Vasily Lomachenko? 2 weight classes. He
You know what's
refuses to
crazy?
fight this man.
I give you that. I think he should
1000%.
fight Lomachenko. I
I
do.
1000% agree with you, and I
Yeah.
can't stand the business of boxing and Mayweather
It's
and all that.
business.
No,
Yeah,
it ain't no
yeah.
business.
Yeah.
They
All
don't
this
they
shit
don't
is
think
up
this
there,
dude.
bro.
Look,
All
my
that
G,
shit
it
is
ain't
up there.
business. They can make you they can fool you and say it's business, but
No,
if
no,
they
it's
can
their
beat
business. They
Lomachenko.
don't want to. They don't believe in him
Look,
like
I'm
that.
just
They business.
that's what I'm saying. They
That's
don't
the
believe
part.
they can. Do you
But
know how
that
much
ain't
money
Tank.
Tank
That
will
ain't
make
Tank
if he beats
ducking though.
Vasily
That's his
Lomachenko?
handlers doing bullshit, bro. That ain't him ducking. That's his handlers on some
That's what
bullshit.
because
Trying
his
to make
handlers don't
money.
think he can.
Ellerby.
His handlers
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think he
I,
can beat
I,
They
I,
don't think he could beat him.
I still consider it a duck. If it's your handlers or you,
That's
or
what I'm
whoever,
saying.
it's
You
a duck.
co-signing this.
All right, but hold on,
Yeah,
y'all.
because
Hold on, real quick, man. J Mac, man, you got your phone together? What's going on with you, fam?
Yeah, this is my last time. If I can't get in, it's fuck it. Can y'all hear me now?
Man, you gotta
Oh, yeah.
call your provider and let them know, hey, I need half off of
hey,
this bill or
are
something.
you still driving?
Yeah, I'm driving. So can y'all hear me clear or not? Can y'all hear
We
me
can hear you,
clear?
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, we can hear you, fam.
All right. All right. If I cut off again, I'm out. Like shit. Y'all talking about some good shit. The dude that's the Bud fan, me and him think alike. I'm not gonna go in on Tank Davis. I have my opinion of him. I think he is a cherry picker. I think before somebody jump in, when I say exposed, I'm gonna see why I say why he got exposed. I think they've been cherry picking for Tank so much. Tank ain't really as good as everybody think he is. I think he got to be matched up
Preach.
against certain styles. So I
Facts.
mean, till I see Tank clear out this division, and I hate that he calling himself the top 135 pounder, what makes no sense when he could clearly prove it. He got the names, he got the belts he can collect, he can damn that shit go for undisputed and
Mhm.
fight those names and actually prove me wrong or prove whoever wrong that he need to prove. But all this shit Tank a store and all these numbers that they got on them, man, that shit not lining up to me. They can sell y'all that bullshit. I'm not buying it. Lomachenko,
No.
I have
I ain't
him.
buying either.
Lomachenko beats Tank to me because Lomachenko is an experienced fighter. Floyd know better. Floyd struggled with Tank, and I heard him say one time about Tank because I'm a coach too. I heard Floyd tell Tank he got to slow down. He get greedy too much, and he used to be frustrated because Tank likes to get in there and knock somebody out. Boxing got levels and complexity to it, and I don't think Tank experience along with the competition he been fighting can beat a Lomachenko. And somebody brought up Comey. Lomachenko ate on him because if you're a straight up and down fighter and you can't step and you can't think and you can't adjust, Lomachenko go style on you. And if you notice, he does really good against fighters that cannot box well on their toes or boxers that don't have a higher boxing IQ. He beats the shit out of dudes that's just straight up and down. Comey is
He was
a
spitting.
straight up and down
Damn.
fighter.
Well, you
On
know,
Oh,
to
he back.
Terrence
He
Crawford.
back. He back.
Tank.
So,
Hey,
Go ahead, knock out.
hold on. Terrence
so
Crawford. Let me get this
Tank
out. Let me
Davis,
get this out.
all those
Can y'all hear me?
Hold on. Let him go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. I
Go ahead,
thought you were
fam.
done, bro. Go ahead.
I've been off. My bad. I've been off for a minute. Terrence Crawford. Hey, nobody at 147 fucking with Bud right now. I don't
Shit.
care if it's
Nah.
Boots. Let me
Facts.
finish. I got
Nah,
my
we agree with
whys. I've been telling y'all. I've been telling people for the past 2 years. on anytime I've been talking about Bud, go knock Sean Porter the fuck out. Man, Porter ain't never been stopped. I don't see it. Nobody ain't never knocked Porter out. I said, man, y'all don't get it. Bud is a play shotter. He at least play shotter. He places his shots. He not just throwing shots. When he get hit, he offensively aggressive, and then he stay in the kitchen longer than most niggas willing to stay. When the shit get hot, Bud be right there. He don't back out of it. He don't close the window and hop out and then hop back in. No, he stay right there. What I'm saying is, when the thick of the fight and when you got to go in for the kill, they got certain fighters that got to back out, reset because they get a little uncomfortable because they're not ready to throw a punch off balance. They're not ready to place a shot, or they too close to get their shit off, or they need time to think and reset. Bud don't do that. Bud is an experienced place shot puncher at 147. Errol, if he fight Errol, I heard him take my pick already. But I don't know how long you've been saying it. I told him it's gonna go 10 rounds. Yep. Bud gonna stop Errol in 10 rounds. And he gonna pick Errol. Errol straight up and down.
No special.
Errol is methodical. Errol don't have the foot speed. Errol don't have the foot speed to get out the way. Errol is not a counter puncher. Errol don't grapple. He don't hold. How is he gonna oppose his strengths against a guy that can fight comfortably going backwards that does not get tired? And Bud is an elite counter puncher. But
okay. Hold on. I'm gonna let you continue. But before that, man, hey, if anybody new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, man, and everybody hit that like button. Appreciate y'all. All right, finish what you were saying, and then I'm gonna let you respond to what he's saying because I know you want to respond to that.
You know, knockout ready.
Okay.
Yeah, he ready. He got the gun cocked.
Hey, listen. Hey, he can't cock no gun for me. My bullet is unlimited. I'm about to bring Mr. Errol down. So I'm about to bring Mr. Tim Duncan down. Mr. Fundamental Sound. Errol don't move well on his feet. Good. Now listen, we're talking about Errol against Bud. Errol is good enough to beat everybody else. I question Boots, and I can break that down after we go back to get out the way. He's straight up and down. He don't move his head. He don't change the height of his jab. He don't even really change the speed of his jab. Errol has a methodical jab that he pumps that uses you for range to keep you at bay and to push you back so he can set up his big shots. Errol don't throw his shots off balance. So he got to always have his feet under him. What I mean when I say have your feet under you, they got certain fighters that get on their toes and they pivot and they throw certain shots on angles. Errol does none of that. Errol don't even like to throw punches off balance. So a straight up and down fighter and Errol going against Bud. Oh, I forgot he fights out of high guard. He better not go nowhere near with that high guard against Bud. Bud is gonna tear his fucking body up. So, bro, listen, I've been back here doing it for the longest. I've been telling y'all that Bud is not to be fucked with at 147. It's gonna take for him to get in the ring this year or whenever he does, and when it happened, whether somebody give him my credit or whether the other dude that's talking Bud on here, he get his credit. Bud is on a different level, and y'all gonna find out. But some of y'all gonna say, not you, Knockout, because you sound like a good boxing fan, that it's the car accident. It's this. It ain't none of that. Bud is a killer. He picks his shots, and he stays in there and goes in there, and he knows what he's doing.
Okay. Shout out Terry Smooth in the building, man. #1 troll extraordinaire. Shout out Terry Smooth in the motherfucking building. Knockout, go ahead and respond to that, man. I know you.
He said a lot. He said a lot of good stuff, and I agree with it. But I think it's two sides to that coin. I think there's also a bunch of things that Errol Spence does that Bud has to account for. Number one, he ain't gonna be in there with a fighter that's gonna have to lunge in to get to him. He's used to being extremely longer than a lot of fighters that he fights, and he's not gonna be longer than Errol Spence in this fight. That's the first thing. And the second thing, y'all are picking Terrence Crawford to stop Errol Spence. That's great. You're gonna have to, because Errol Spence's work rate, it's hard to win rounds off him, bro. He always punching. He don't stop punching. And as far as him, fighting going backwards, ain't nobody been able to just push him back yet. And then when you talk about these fighters,
Sean Porter pushed him back.
No, he fought in the kitchen with Sean Porter. And
Sean Porter was backing him up with them punches
Sean Porter was pivoting on him when Earl would get him to the ropes. Long story short, when Bud gets on the inside, this is where I think the fight is key, on the inside, because I think they're gonna turn into a dog fight, because we all can agree they both dogs. On the inside, Bud Crawford likes to show his strength by clinching and by pushing you up off of him so he can get you back to a distance, use his great timing, use his counter punching ability, and his creative offensive repertoire. Whereas Errol Spence on the inside, he'll fight with you, bro. He throws punches on the inside. And Bud ain't gonna just be able to throw Earl off of him like he do them other fighters, bro. He can't just throw Earl off of him and get him back to mid-range. Earl gonna be right there at his front door the whole time, bro. And he ain't gonna have to get out of position or do nothing wrong to get there like a Sean Porter would and get caught coming in. So I think it's a 50-50 fight. Clearly, I'm running with Errol Spence, but yeah, we'll see what happens, bro. We'll see what happens.
Can I jump in real quick? I just want to jump in real quick.
Please let me do.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, you can. I just want to jump in real quick.
Go ahead, AB. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to jump in real quick. Now, everything you said, I like what everything you said, but what's going to happen when Bud Crawford adjusts? But go ahead, my guy. Go on with your rebuttal.
His adjustment is just to turn southpaw. That's the only thing he going to do after the first round, bro. And see, and that's the other thing. If his ring IQ so high, how come he got to get outboxed by orthodox fighters before turning southpaw? Why don't he just start southpaw if his ring IQ so high? And he knows his record,
bro. Listen,
what's his record,
bro? Listen, all the boxing and all of that's opinionated. You get in the ring, you do that until you figure it out. Whether Wildcat Brook landed that successful jab against him in the 4th round, you got to get in there to the fight. I don't care how talented you is, how talented you are, but you got to get in there and adjust, and that's what Bud does. Everybody that hurts Bud when they in the dog fight, y'all know it's gonna end up in that outcome. So you better hope. So like all this 50-50, that's just your prayer. That's your knees and pray for every night. Because Bud getting in the ring with Spence, it's levels. Hey, bro, it's
like OG. So I'm gonna call you
levels.
I got faith, brother.
I got you, and I got faith too. Listen, but I got faith that Bud gonna knock Errol the fuck out. All this shit about Errol doing this, bro. Listen, all this shit about what Errol gonna adjust to and do, all that, he not gonna have that type of success. You said Errol gonna be the longer fighter, and Bud have longer arms. Bud is an effective puncher.
I didn't say he's gonna be the longer fighter, OG. I said he's long enough to where he don't have to lunge in and get out of position like those shorter fighters do. That's what I say. I know.
You talking about Errol, right? You talking about Errol, right?
I'm talking about he's long enough to where he don't have to lunge in. That's all I was saying.
That makes it even worse, because Bud steps on angles and Bud's pivot on angles. Bud jumps and lands on his feet, and he real like, I don't know what's the word, like I ain't gonna say footsie, like he kind of like if he jump on his toes, he gonna land on the ball of his feet and bounce right back and stuff like that. He got great foot placement and good balance on his thing, and that's the thing that's gonna set him apart. I saw in a Danny fight with Errol, Danny was able to time Errol going backwards, and I would say Danny's strongest fighting point is of being a counter puncher. He just ain't elite enough to get that shit off at the highest level. But if he could land that punch in time over Spence jab, I know Bud with his longer arms and his precision would too at the same time on stepping back, creating angles, and also while Errol also fighting under the high guard, which he has showed me that's how he fight. He don't fight no other style. I think it's gonna hurt him. So Bud and Errol stand straight up. So all this shit about what he's gonna do and outbox, and I think Bud ain't about to do it. It's gonna be looking similar to British Prescott with his straight up and down ass. So like, I mean, Errol's a better fighter. Errol got a better work rate, but Bud go get in there and make the adjustment. That's why I'm giving him 10 rounds, because Errol is good enough to make Bud think. But once Bud see the opening, he go pick it apart. And guess what? I'm gonna tell y'all like I told Sean Porter. Errol go get mentally tired in there. Here it comes. Errol don't never get tired. Errol's all it's physical. Getting physically fatigued and mentally fatigued is two different things. When you in there with a high level thinker and the shit you doing ain't working, you don't see no quit in him, or the shit you trying to do ain't affecting him, mental fatigue comes in apart. Then especially if you breathing different from what you used to breathing, because a fight style and a breathing style, if you used to breathing a certain way while you fight, that's what you used to doing. If a guy got you breathing wrong or gasping when you're not used to, or he always got you thinking, he's gonna weigh you down mentally, and everyone will get tired mentally against Bud.
Hey, you saying the same thing I was saying. A lot of people, when Sean Porter was beaten on the canvas after he had got dropped by Bud, a lot of people was like, well, he's not hurt. Well, he's not hurt. My thing was that dude didn't know what to do with Bud. That's why he was banging on the canvas. He was frustrated. He was annoyed. He was confused. He didn't know what he was doing. You know what I mean? And that's why he was beating on the canvas like that. So I totally agree with you, fam. Knockout, you want to respond to what he just said? I know you do. Go ahead, fam.
Bro, I actually stepped away for a minute, man. I had to go open the garage for the light.
No, I heard him.
Okay.
Hey, I want to say something, man. You know what I think what Errol Spence ducking Crawford remind me of. It remind me of, and I'm gonna compare it to another sport. I'm gonna go to the UFC, right? At the beginning, well, not the beginning, but about the mid 2000s, whatever. Somebody like Tito Ortiz been ducking Chuck Liddell for the longest when Chuck Liddell was on that hill, and finally he got the fight. You know what I'm saying, with Chuck Liddell, but everybody used to think, oh yeah, Ortiz will win, and Chuck Liddell put their hands on him. That's what it seems like with Errol Spence. Errol Spence been ducking Crawford for years, and it's going to take somebody to force Errol Spence to get in the ring with Terrence Crawford, so Terrence Crawford could put them hands on him.
I think Errol Spence, honestly, bro.
I don't see it like that, bro.
I think the car crash.
I don't see how we can hear this man say, "Yo, Bob Arum, he couldn't give me the fights that I wanted."
Yeah.
Now I don't see how we can hear him say this shit. How we can hear him say multiple times over and over that Errol Spence ain't ducking him, but y'all still keep saying this man is ducking him, bro.
Man, he came out right before the Sean Porter fight, and the thing he said they are fighters that are ducking, and he was pertaining to Errol Spence.
Errol Spence, man, after the car wreck and his eyes all shot out, bro, he's not the same. We all know that. I think he's not the same. I think he's been off too long. The car crash and then his eyes all fucked up. I don't think he has it in him, bro.
No, we don't want to hear that. He's still the same.
No excuses.
Come on, man.
He's still the same.
He cleared the
He's still
fight,
the same.
If they
The
clear
same
that
dude
man
that
in
kissed
the
Yellow
fight,
Beezy, that's the same dude, Errol Spence.
yeah. If they clear that man in the fight, bro, I'm not no excuse.
And then why did he pull out the Pacquiao? I think Pacquiao would have put hands on him. I really think Pacquiao would have beat Spence up.
What?
No.
I do.
It would have been the same thing. It was the same thing like the Ugas fight. Same thing.
Hold on, y'all. Let me read some comments. And also, I see Facts Over Feelings in the building, man. I only can hold 6 people, my guy. You know what I'm saying? So somebody got to leave out in order for you to come in. You know what I mean? But
hey, I'm gonna hop off King David because I got to get ready for later on anyway. But I appreciate y'all, bro.
Appreciate you, Knockout, man. And hey, man, anybody out here, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Knockout Boxing 86 TV, man. He gonna be live a little bit later on today. Anybody else in here got a boxing channel, man? They want to promote on here, bro?
Yeah, my channel. If you go to Bold and Understanding, I got a channel on there. We'll talk about boxing and stuff as well.
Okay, Bold and Understand. Anybody? Argenis Barber, my guy Argenis Barber also got a channel, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Argenis Barber boxing channel, man. He be talking some good shit over there, man. Hey, but that's what we like to hear, man. We want to hear people talk their shit. So how about you 84 Prime Time? You got a channel you want to promote on there?
No, I ain't got a boxing channel, but I do got a channel called Daily Reprieve. It's basically I own a sober living home. So we put things on there, you know what I mean? So it's called Daily Reprieve on YouTube. And go follow that if you can. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Nah, no problem, man. No problem, man. Hey, y'all heard that? Daily Reprieve, man. And how about you, man? J Mac 504. I feel like I done cooked with you before, man, on another channel. I done heard you before. You got a channel you want to promote, man, on here?
Nah, I actually be on the boxing. You probably heard me on Ness about this shit.
Oh, okay. Not on. I think I also heard you maybe like on Zone 6 or something like that too, or probably.
Who said who else? Zone 6 or who else?
Or Blood, probably one of them channels too.
I got it on Blood channel. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, you breaking up?
Going in and out.
You know what I like what I like about your channel, bro, is that I've been in other boxing channels, and if you don't agree with them, they're mad. They're like, nope, you're wrong. They hate you, and it's crazy. It's like,
they comments and everything.
They give you that block party. That's what it is. They start blocking you.
It reminds me of like with my homeboys. Like when me and my homies are talking boxing, we all just talking. We agree to disagree, and we call this bullshit. And that's what this is like. It's cool. It's like, all right, cool. We all get our opinion off, and you know what I mean? That's it.
Hey, man, and that's what it's about, man. If everybody agrees with me, it's like, what the hell? I do listen to some channels, and it be like an echo chamber. They be like, yeah, bro. I be like, man, get up out of here with all that.
That ain't real.
Yeah, like, get up out of here. Everybody ain't supposed to agree with everything. That shit don't make no sense. And then I see other channels where they'll mute people too. I be like, man, what the hell? Nah, hell no, not over here with that shit. Nah, I mean,
Yeah,
I even welcome trolls.
Yeah, I was on a boxing channel one time, and somebody was saying something against like the main person, and he was like, you know what? That's it. Fucking blocked him. He's like, I'm gonna go find you on Instagram. I'm like, damn, this shit got real.
Oh man,
I'm like, this is just boxing.
nah, hell no,
This
yeah.
shit got real.
This shit got real
for
quick.
real.
I was like, fuck, man.
I don't even care. I don't even care about the trolling, man. I got the number one troll on YouTube that be coming to my channel on a regular basis. Terry Smooth Jr. Shout out to that guy. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's cool shit.
Terry Smooth, boy, he be trolling all these damn pages, man. I be seeing his ass in every goddamn page just trolling.
Yeah, man, that's what he do, man. And, you know, I enjoy it. It's a good laugh for me. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go through some comments and then I'm gonna go to my guy Facts Over Feelings. He just got up in the building, so I'm gonna get his take, but I'm gonna read some comments first. Damone Daniels in the building. Salute to you, fam. He say Virgil turned down the fight with Bud for mandatory. So Sean got it. Absolutely. So we didn't talk about that. Virgil Sean did turn down that fight.
Well, his camp, he ain't ready, bro. I mean, I want him to be ready.
He ain't ready.
Yeah, I want him to be ready, but his dad knew. His dad said, "Not today, son. Not today."
We're not gonna do that.
He would get knocked out.
Yeah,
I don't know about it. Is he knocked out?
I think so. I think he would have stopped, man. He's too green, man. He's too green.
I'm so happy that he happy. I would have been crying on the couch. I would have been crying.
G-Pocket says the only thing Earl stopping is punching Bud in the mouth. Ooh, that's how you feel. That's how you feel, G-Pocket. My guy, it don't matter. Say $500 on Bud stopping Earl. That was for you, Knockout. Knockout already left the building, but it don't matter. Say he got $500 on Bud.
Me too.
I'll put 500 on that too, man.
I ain't taking that $500 bet this time. That's it.
You done betting. G-Pocket say smash that like button. It's free as hell. Yes, it is. Smash that goddamn like button and subscribe if you're new. Let's read some more of these. Mikey raised his hand to see if he had that Pacquiao shoulder in it. Oh Lord, damn. G-Pocket got some jokes, man. Hey, G-Pocket, you got to come back on here. Cause now that Knockout's gone, we ain't got nobody repping for Earl right now. I don't know about Facts Over Feeling. We're gonna check, but we ain't got nobody repping for Earl. So you got to come back. G Parker say Lomachenko. Let's see. Corey Parker say Earl's chicken. Or Corey Palmer. Damn. I ain't gonna disagree with you. I even say King David, y'all fool in love good. Yeah, yes sir, yes sir. We out here. Gino say Facts, Bud gonna hurt him. Yes sir. Douglas Wallace said, you real, bro. You the man. Keep the heat on, Spence, scary ass. Don't care what nobody say. Dude, scared. Okay. I'm going to go to some more comments a little later on. Actually, I think that was the last comment. Facts Over Fielding, you in the building, man. What's going on with you, fam? What's on your mind?
Man, what's going on, fellas, man? I appreciate you having me on, man. You know, I just want to discuss the situation between, you know, Earl and Bud or whatever, man. I mean, I think it's very similar to the AJ and Wilder situation, man. You know, like how Earl fans be, you know, like they try to make every excuse in the building, man. You know what I mean? For Errol Spence, man. Like they don't ever hold him accountable to the things that he does as well, man. And you know, I like both of them, you know what I mean? But in my opinion, I think from the car accident and from those injuries, man, he's not the same fighter. And I think, you know, that's what's gonna play a very big part, you know, when they do fight, man. You know, so
that's what I think too. I mean, I don't know, bro. I think so too.
We ain't no excuses.
Man,
it's a lot of excuses, man.
Time or something, bro.
Okay, so Errol Spence beat Bud Crawford, which I'll say, well, he beat him even though he had the car accident, the eye entry. Y'all ain't gonna mention that. Y'all just gonna say he just beat Bud Crawford. So come on now, let's not use no excuses.
I think that's gonna be the excuse, man. Once Bud give it to him, man.
He got a whole lot of them. It don't matter to me. Get in the ring and take that L. You got a lot of excuses.
Yeah, I agree, brother.
Spence versus Thurman. Fuck it, let's go.
Oh no, I don't know about Thurman.
Spence already said he ain't fighting Thurman.
I think he need to keep Thurman just because for the disrespect.
Yeah, just beat his ass. Fuck it.
That's what I'm saying, for the disrespect. That's what I'm saying. See, you know what, King David? That's the fight I wouldn't mind Earl taking that fight if he don't fight Bud. Just say, hey, Bud, let me go straight out Keith Thurman real quick.
I think if Earl was smart, he would fight Keith Thurman.
Right. Get paid.
If he was smart, he would do it.
Yeah, that would be acceptable. Nobody wouldn't say nothing.
Nah.
But he would put his foot in his mouth though, because he already said he ain't fighting Keith Thurman. So niggas like me would come back on here and be like, you said you wasn't fighting Keith Thurman, and now here you go fighting him. So, you know, I mean, you know, but I still, even though, you know, you could ignore dudes like me and, you know, he probably
No,
still
I'm saying
Yeah.
people still gonna say that, but I'm saying, but still, I
Fuck
still
it,
will
I-
watch it, even though I would
Me
say it too.
too.
I say the same thing, but I still will watch him with Keith Thurman ass though. I ain't gonna lie.
Keith Thurman is trash. After Pacquiao,
Damn, he trash.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't like him, man.
yeah, Keith Thurman washed.
I never liked him, man. Ever since Pacquiao with 5'2" put hands on his ass and ate a bowl of rice afterwards, that shit was crazy.
He had a bowl of rice afterwards, guys.
Yeah, I had a bowl of white rice and put hands on him like nothing. And then went to go run for fucking for governor or whatever.
Why y'all disrespecting my guy? I like Keith Thurman, man. Y'all disrespecting Keith Thurman
Pretty Tony. I don't know.
Pretty Tony, what they call
Pretty Tony.
He needs to get rid of that one time. He's Keith no time now.
Why y'all doing that, man? Come on,
Riverside
man.
Rocky almost knocked him out. Come on.
Oh yeah, he did. Riverside Rocky almost knocked him
Riverside
out.
Rocky. Come on now.
Oh man, why y'all doing
That's
that?
all I'm saying.
Keith
I
Thurman,
forgot about that, bro. Yeah,
like I said, but I wouldn't mind watching Earl whoop Keith Thurman. But like you said, people will say, "Hey, you first you want to fight Keith Thurman, now you want to fight him. Is that because you don't want to fight Bud?" But
that's what happened. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be like, "Hey, that's my warm up right there. I need that warm up.
Yeah.
That warm up and some payback. So when I stretch Keith Thurman out, we get it."
Yeah. I think Errol Spence is trying to act like he don't need a warm up though. Like I'm back. I'm still elite like right now. You know what I mean? I don't think I don't know. He needs to take a warm up. I would shit.
No, he was saying that before Bud knocked out Sean Porter. Now he's thinking about taking a warm up.
Yeah, exactly.
Revise my shit.
And then if he do, I'm gonna be like, you said you didn't need no tune up. That's gonna be the damn title of the video. You can already expect it.
Yeah.
So shit. So
Yo, I want to ask you this. I want to catch you earlier because I don't know if you heard this or saw this. What's up with that fake Twitter page or fake tweet?
Oh Lord, I was talking about that earlier, man. Oh my God. Yeah, some Errol Spence fan created a tweet from Earl because they were tired of waiting on him. They was tired of waiting on him to respond. So they decided they were gonna do it themselves. That is crazy as shit.
Now was that an actual fake page though?
That was fake.
It was a fake tweet. What they probably did is they probably cropped out Errol Spence's face with the check mark and then added a tweet at the bottom with the thing. That's probably what they did.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy as shit, man. That shows you how delusional his fan base is. His fanboys.
Who's done that for what boxer though? What boxers ever had a fan do that? We since you ain't said nothing about this fighter, let us help you out. Oh, really?
Yo, that's crazy too, man. Because I thought Deontay Wilder had some fanaticals, man. But goddamn, man,
Spence does, bro.
Like Spence joint, he takes the cake, man. They be creating narratives on social media and stuff. I be in these boxing groups. These dudes, they were so mad, right? Because Spence, when he was dancing with Yellow Beezy and he was hugged up on him, these dudes actually found a picture of Bud, right? Got a towel.
He got what?
Oh, somebody else got issues.
Bo Mac's neck, like he tried to put him in a Boston Crab, and the Spence fans posted that picture and said, "Look, Bud is gay. Look at that."
Oh,
and I'm sitting there like,
"Oh my goodness,
because of a wrestler."
But hold on, Spence tried to kiss. He put his lips together like he pulled that man in close by the neck and tried to kiss him.
Yeah. Hey, Spence was like, he said, "Man, come on, man, you my brother, brother." I was like, what the hell is he talking about, man?
You can only be one brother. I don't know. I don't need two or three. What the hell? Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to be that type of brother. Just one. I could be one brother. Just one. That's it, brother. Period. Yeah, that's wild, man. You know, Spence fan base, man. They go so hard for Errol Spence, man. I remember seeing one video and they were like, the video said, "Oh, because Terrence Crawford requested to be the IBF mentor, he's willing to take the 25-75 split or something." I was like, man, what in the hell are y'all, dude? Oh,
I saw that too. That's why.
shoot, the one dude that used to be part of the alphabet community came back this summer, had the nerve to say, "Hey, my sources said, when Spence and Bud they had sparred each other and Spence knocked them out." And I was like, what?
God damn. Yeah,
And they believe in that shit too. They believe it. Like they believe it with their whole soul. That's what's crazy.
Well, they damn sure keep a straight face while they say that shit.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
understand
saying.
how. I don't understand how they do that without busting out laughing. Like, what the hell?
That's what I'm saying. When you see all the things this dude's been doing, how can you? I'm just saying, how can you just laugh at this dude?
Man, I gotta.
What do you guys think it's all about him ducking them, or you think it's about the bag too? Like he wants to get the biggest, you know what I mean? Or,
Ducking.
what do you guys think?
Right now, who's the biggest bag? Who's the biggest bag right now? 147.
Yeah, that's right.
So we finna get the answer to the question right now. We know who the biggest bag. We know who the only champion available, and we know who do pay-per-view besides him at 147. So I mean,
yeah, that's real. I mean, I don't know that fuck. He doesn't know.
If you Errol Spence, you get heavily criticized if you go in any other direction, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I
don't care if they mandate you. I don't care if the IBF and WBC said, "Hey, look, we mandate that you fight these dudes right here." Bro,
and
you
if y'all don't know,
and get that buzz smoke.
That's how I felt when Canelo was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go," and then he goes find some dude who I haven't seen fight in I don't know how many years. Fucking what's his name? Goddamn. I don't even know what.
Yildirim
or some shit. No, the other guy before him.
Oh, you talking about?
He was going up in weight to go fight
Rocky
him.
Fielding. Rocky Fielding.
Man, this shit is crazy. I'm like, I can't even support this. I'm like, man, I'm trying to be like, nah, Canelo's still, he's a GOAT. He ain't ducking nobody. Well, yeah, he's ducking some people for sure.
Yeah, Canelo definitely got it.
I can deal with you because you're objective.
Because you know what's funny is like when he was talking about Benavidez been calling him out every other podcast I'm seeing. Oh yeah, I'll beat the shit out of Canelo. He respectfully, but I'm like, fucking Canelo don't want that machine behind him. I don't think.
Man, Canelo. I put it like this. I don't know if Canelo was ducking Benavidez or Charlo, but I can tell you one guy he definitely was ducking. He was ducking Andre. Man, we talking about 154. Andre had the belt. He didn't want to fight Andre. Then when Andre gets stripped, all of a sudden he want to fight for the belt. Then he had 160. He got a chance to go for undisputed. Andre gets in there, gets the belt at 160. All of a sudden, Canelo said, I'm going to take my talents to 168 and try to become the undisputed there. Like he just been ducking Andre the whole time.
Is Andre the guy who went in with his dad at the press conference? That's him?
Yeah, the one that Canelo said payday and all that other stuff. Yeah.
I don't. You know what's funny, bro? I understand. I see that point, but every time I see Andre fight, I don't. It doesn't like he doesn't show much to me. I don't feel like he's great. You know what I mean? But I could just be tripping. I don't know. I mean, and I think Canelo will wash him, but I mean, if you see something different, then it must be. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't think Canelo wash him because Canelo always have problems when it comes to boxing that can actually move. That's his biggest problem. That's why he always kind of like shy away from that. Like he wants to fight somebody who's basically tailor-made for him, pretty much.
See, and that's why I think Benavidez will be good for him because I think Benavidez would come forward and Canelo got power, so Canelo's gonna hit him with some shit. You know what I mean?
That's a tough ass fight for Canelo, man. I said it before and I say it again. What Benavidez brings to the table would be very tricky for somebody like Canelo. Benavidez likes to throw. Hold on.
Punches.
Yeah, he likes to throw punches and bunches. He has power. He has. Oh Lord, hold on. It's too much going on in the background. I had to remove J Mac. But yeah, man, he throws punches and bunches, man. He has power. He has a chin. He just stylistically for somebody like Canelo who likes to pick his shots and sometimes can go without throwing punches. Somebody like Benavidez is a problem for him because if he doesn't stop Benavidez, he could easily lose a 12-round unanimous decision because of Benavidez's activity. And then Benavidez is a warrior. He's gonna go toe-to-toe. So I could see him hurting Canelo. That could happen too.
Ooh, that'd be crazy.
That would be crazy. I could see him hurting each other. That would be a damn good fight.
Hell yeah.
That would be a damn good fight, man. I'll pay for that one. That'll probably be the first Canelo Alvarez pay-per-view that I ordered in a long damn time.
Right.
But
Yeah, because I don't
people are
think
gonna
him and
say
Charlo.
Benavidez need to do more though.
Yeah, he does. I think he does a little bit. I mean,
No,
but
no
fuck
more.
it, though.
He ain't got to do no more.
Yeah, just throw.
Who else out there for Canelo?
I don't think I would have paid for Charlo Canelo. I would. I don't like that one too much for me. But I mean, I don't know.
It's 5 dudes I want to see: Bivol, Berteria, Charlo, Andrade, and Benavidez. Canelo gets any one of those 5.
Yeah, that's a good fight. That's a good fight. Yeah,
I'm paying.
Yeah,
him any one of those 5. I'm paying.
Fuck it, Canelo should go up to that fucking heavyweight and fight somebody up there.
Nah.
What y'all think about Usyk? Usyk talking about that if Canelo he wouldn't mind coming down to cruiserweight, and fighting Canelo at cruiserweight if he wanted to fight. What y'all think about that?
If Canelo fights Usyk, I will have to stop calling him Cinnamon. I'm gonna have to put some motherfucking respect on Canelo Alvarez's name.
Yeah.
Especially if there ain't no weight clause in it. Oh, you got to put respect on his name on that one right there.
Oh yeah.
Knocks his ass. That'd be fucking crazy.
That's what I'm saying. You at cruiserweight going against a dude that's the heavyweight champ at cruiserweight.
Oh yeah. He gets all the respect for that, man. That'll be rough though, man.
That's what I'm saying.
That'll be rough.
He ain't gonna do it.
Bro, I don't like AJ at all, bro. You guys like him? That motherfucker.
Not really.
Yeah, he's always crying. He's always fucking his mental. He's always like, I'm like, bro, you gotta fuck, bro. You're a lemon.
Nah, you know what? I like AJ, man, because you know at least with AJ, when he loses, he doesn't make like all types of excuses.
That's
and
true.
shit.
True. He don't make no excuses.
But he does get in his head though. He's like, yeah, I was not, prepared. I need to go into the dark depths of my soul.
He take his L.
I'm like, damn, bro, ain't that shit? Everything ain't that deep, motherfucker.
AJ's good. I didn't like how that whole Wilder situation happened. And I think you kind of blame both of them for that, but I blame more AJ for that fight not happening than I do Wilder. And that's the thing, man, about this whole Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford situation, man. Like, we done seen this over and over again where we got the biggest fight in front of us. But for whatever reason, the fight don't happen, and guys end up fighting this person, that person, and losing. You know what I'm saying? Now nobody gives a shit. Like right now, we
know why this fight not happening. You know why this fight not happening right now. Come on now.
Okay, but I'm just saying in general, like this is the time where these fights are supposed to happen, man. And when they don't happen, somebody lose, and nobody gives a fuck. Right? How long Amir Khan been ducking Kell Brook? Both of their asses got knocked out, and now they about to fight now, and nobody really gives a shit.
I don't want to see that. He could blow some air out that fool's chin. He's gonna go to sleep, bro. That motherfucker, his chin is dusted.
Yeah, he going to sleep.
but they should have fought like 4 or 5 years ago, though.
Yeah.
Canelo hit him with that fucking atomic bomb, and that was it. That fool's chin that was done. That was horrible. We should have never did that either. That was crazy.
Amir Khan and Kell Brook should have already happened about 10 years ago.
Actually, yeah, 10.
Yep. Shit.
But Amir Khan I want to fight Floyd. I want to fight Pacquiao. They're not trying to fight you, dude.
You get watched out.
That's what I'm saying. They're not trying to fight you. You don't. I mean, you don't do that for them. You're not that dude.
Nope.
But that's another dude wasted a career waiting on the payday. See, that's why I hope don't happen to like a Jamal Charlo or something. You waiting for a payday and it never comes, and then what?
Yeah.
Man, I'm upset with Jamal Charlo too, man. Because like I said, man, that whole 160-pound division, man, they ducking my boy Andre, man. Andre, like at least he went up to try to fight Canelo, but it ain't like he just stopped at Canelo. He trying to fight. He's trying to fight all of them.
Yeah,
all these dudes are like trying to find an excuse to fight somebody other than Andre.
Right.
Because they all want them big fights too, because they know if they fight Andre, they possibly could lose, and I hate that shit too.
But I'm pretty sure you guys all been in street fights and shit. Like growing up, somebody comes out of nowhere, like I'll fight anybody. You're like, oh shit, like what does this motherfucker got that I don't? You know what I mean?
I think they all see the skill though. It's not like Andrade came out of nowhere. This dude was an Olympian. This dude was a dude that ran the amateur circuits. He got wins over a lot of people who who he
beat Keith Thurman. And he beat Danny Jacobs.
Yeah.
Hey, why isn't his name like how do I say he don't have a good I guess marketing or some shit behind him, you know what I mean? Like his name's not like out there though, you know what I mean?
I think honestly coming up, I think dudes already knew what time it was and got away from him. If you think about his first world title came from a dude that vacated, you know what I mean, in order to avoid fighting him, which is crazy. How you vacate your title? What?
That's like going in your crib and just go and eat your dinner, huh?
And to be honest with you, his second title came in the same manner because he used to fight Billy Joe, and Billy Joe decided
the third title.
Yep.
Okay,
yeah, third, because he did get another one. He got that WBA regular, then went up to the 160 to fight Billy Joe. Billy Joe tested positive, but the WBO didn't even make him vacate or anything. This dude just vacated and then moved up to 68. Like
Billy Joe and Caleb Plant, man, them fools are wieners. I thought they were gonna do a lot better than fucking the Canelo. You're fucking wieners, dude.
That's why Canelo picked them.
Yeah, and then when Caleb Plant, hey, I'm pretty good, huh? I'm pretty good. Like you're like, damn,
man,
you're like a bitch. Like I'm pretty good, right?
If I ordered that pay-per-view and I saw that shit, I would immediately I would ask for my refund. I would have charged that shit back on my card.
Yep.
I would have fucked that shit, dog.
Why would you order that? You only ordered it when you think Canelo might lose.
Exactly. I knew what it was.
I got a question for y'all though. Do y'all think because somebody put out a video, I'm not sure, I never thought of it, but do y'all think Caleb Plant took a dive against Canelo? Because they showed a video clip when Canelo threw
I saw that too.
Yeah, they showed a video clip where Canelo threw a punch and it completely missed Caleb Plant and he went down.
So what about the punches before?
Yeah, no, it was the punches before, bro. That motherfucker was just he waved the white flag and said, "Fuck it, I'm done."
Was he ever gonna win? What? I mean, just think about it like this: if you were Caleb Plant and you could beat Canelo Alvarez, why wouldn't you?
I'm just saying, I mean, I thought Canelo was winning the fight regardless, but I'm just saying it just looked like to me like some of these fights he been in, like when he fought Carlos Smith just stood there and let Canelo beat on his ass.
That motherfucker went sleep.
Yeah. I feel what you're saying. Like they paying these dudes like, hey man, make it a little interesting a little bit.
You know what I think, bro? I think they get fucking in awe of Canelo, bro. Like, oh, I'm in here with Canelo, I'm surviving, and they get like, I mean, I don't want to say it's like a starstruck, but they get like they're already expecting to lose in their own mind. You know what I mean? So they go in there, and then when they're getting socked up, they're just like, fuck, and then they get knocked out or. Like he said, oh, I'm doing pretty good, huh? I would never ask another man in a fight, I'm doing pretty good.
I'm doing pretty good, huh? That was some real sucker shit, bro.
I'd rather get knocked out and then him tell me later, hey, man, you put up a good fight, but I beat your ass. Okay, cool. But not during the fight. I'm doing good, right, Daddy? No, hell no.
What? Who did what?
Caleb Plant
did that, yeah.
In the middle of the fight, I think it was the 11th round, this dude over here. Man, that was weak as fuck, bro.
I'm doing good.
That's why I said when they announced this fight, I said this is trash. Canelo Alvarez ought to be slapped for even getting this dude to fight him. Bro, are you serious? You supposed to say, you know what? I don't want unification. I want David Benavidez because Caleb Plant. No, we're not gonna play. Let's be serious.
Billy Joe. Oh yeah, I'm gonna beat his ass. And then he sucked his orbital out or his torbical or
Billy Joe Saunders. Come on now. Who did Billy Joe knock out at 160?
That's what I'm saying. He wouldn't have got a check and got his whole eye broken and said, I'm done. I don't even want to fight no more ever again. That's
Billy Joe.
Yeah, that shit was insane. I couldn't believe that, bro.
Now he's to fight somebody at 168.
Billy Joe, weak as hell, man.
Billy Joe, weak as hell. That shit is funny.
That dude, weak as hell, man.
Oh shit, man. Hey, what do you guys think about Andy Ruiz though? That fool's looking sharp now, right now.
Andy Ruiz?
I mean, Andy Ruiz. I'm sorry, Andy Ruiz, the one that beat AJ the first time.
Yeah, Ruiz.
Yeah, Ruiz. He looked weak in his last fight though.
He got dropped. Now he's looking like he's training with Eddie Reynoso, and he's like all swolled up now.
I don't care.
He training with Eddie Reynoso when he got dropped in his last fight.
Exactly, and also I don't care nothing about that because when that nigga had love handles, he was actually a better fighter. It seemed like to me.
So Marvin Hagler say. Marvin Hagler said it's hard to get be hungry when you sleep in silk sheets.
Bro, I just told my buddy that shit yesterday. He brought up Andy Ruiz, and I said, hey, bro, he fucking just like Mikey. They're millionaires now. Those people are eating tacos every fucking day and lobster and shit. They don't, you know what I mean?
But you know what, Andy Ruiz, it seemed like he more concerned with like his physical appearance these days instead of his boxing skills. And it's like, man, I don't care about you having no abs. I mean, you was fighting your ass off when you had love handles, nigga. Maybe you need to go on and eat you a few tacos and chimichangas
Get it back,
and get that shit
That
back.
fame. He trying to look like Canelo. He see Canelo like, oh shit, I supposed to look like this.
Yeah, he probably and AJ probably he looking at AJ and he's like, man, you know,
he looking at them dudes like, damn, I supposed to look like this?
Yeah, like nah, that don't help you fight.
He went and bought himself a fucking $12 million mansion and you see all the chains. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker weird. I was like, how much did he get paid for the AJ fight? Fucking
he got paid nice because remember he fought him 2 times, so he definitely got paid nice.
Yep, I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if he making around 50 mil.
Oh yeah, actually I think he did in the pay-per-views and all that. Yeah, that's right. Damn. Give me 50 million. I don't care. Everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna invest. Hell no, I'm gonna invest, but I'm gonna have me a chain and all kinds of shit.
I'm gonna do like Andrew Ruiz, do some stupid shit.
Well, yeah. What do you say? I never leave the ghetto. I got some money. I was gone.
What? Gone.
Gone. Shit, I'll be out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what y'all think about what's going on at lightweight right now? We got Kambosos right now who got undisputed. I ain't do no live about this, but I've been meaning to talk about the lightweights.
Vasily,
you know what I'm saying?
Lomachenko gonna whoop all them dudes.
Okay, who you think Kambosos gonna fight next? Because right now it's between Tank, Loma, and Devin. Who you think?
If I was Kambosos, I'll fight Devin Haney next.
Yeah, me too.
Because Devin Haney is I say he's the weakest of the ones because he don't really have punching power and then he gets hit a lot.
Yep.
A whole lot.
You think he get hit a lot? I don't think he get hit.
Did you see his last fight?
Yeah, I seen his last fight.
Oh my goodness, that man look like a damn bobblehead.
I mean, he got touched. I mean, you know what I mean? But
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Against who?
I mean, but you get in the ring and you get touched. JoJo Diaz is a tough fighter. He pieced the hell out of Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer can box.
Okay, and what's gonna happen if there's like Tank Davis hitting him with like that, or Vasily Lomachenko hitting him like that?
I do worry about Tank. Yeah. I do worry about Tank. But
and what about Lomo hitting him like that?
Loma ain't got no real power like that.
He throw punches in bunches, but what I say about Haney, when he counter punch, he just throw one shot.
He double up and triple up sometimes. Sometimes I see him throw little combinations here and there.
I'm talking about when he counter punching, not when he on the offensive. When he counter punching, yeah.
Hey, what's up with that Shakur? What is he?
Shakur.
Shakur. That's the next one right there.
Yeah, he beat everybody. He beat everybody. He come up 135. He
beating everybody.
Yeah, but I will say I think Devin Haney beats Loma, and I think that Tank beats Devin Haney. That's what
I think Loma stops Devin Haney.
Yeah, I think Loma just blows both of their asses out.
That's what I'm saying. And I think he beautiful. I think he destroys Tank.
Hey, but Loma wasn't trying to get in the ring with Devin. He chose.
I know he won. What I'm saying, I understand what you're saying, but after seeing Devin Haney's last fight against JoJo Diaz,
I did a research.
JoJo Diaz hit you like that, what is Vasily Lomachenko gonna do?
I did a research on this whole thing.
They different fighters, though.
Lomachenko was already scheduled to fight Teofimo Lopez, and this was before Devin Haney even became the mandatory. That's why it was marketed as
correction.
Oh,
go ahead. Correction. You gave the correction. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I was marked when Loma and Teo was fighting. That's why I was marketed as the undisputed bout. When Devin Haney became the mandatory, it was about a month after the fact. And then during that time, Loma petitioned for the franchise or whatever the case is, or I heard it was Top Rank. Well, either or. But the thing is that Loma was already scheduled to fight Teo. So I can't really say he ducked Devin Haney per se. I mean, even though I know that's the story out there.
Have you seen Devin Haney fight? I don't think he ducked Devin Haney.
Me neither. I don't think that either at all.
After watching Devin Haney cover his fights, I don't think Loma ducked him.
I think fucking Haney should fight Cruz.
Haney is food for Lomachenko. Haney should try to fight Kambosos or Tank.
Hey, but look, if he ain't ducked Devin Haney, why he apply for the franchise belt though?
like my man said, he already scheduled to fight.
Hey, but you ain't got to do that. Just give up the belt and then fight afterwards. That's all you got to do.
Top Rank could have did that.
Yeah, but they ain't do that. They applied for the franchise belt.
Okay,
we know what type of belt that is.
Let's just say I agree. Your boy Devin Haney said he didn't want to fight he didn't want to fight Lomo, and if they do match up, Lomachenko's gonna be the favorite.
Hey, he only said that after Loma got beat by Teofimo Lopez.
No, he was saying that because he was being a little bi.
Yeah, he was in his feelings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we gonna keep it a buck. He was in his feelings. You gonna diss me? I don't gotta fight you. See, look, the difference between you and Lomo has a name. You have no name, Devin Haney. You ain't arrived yet, my guy. Everybody still say you're a paper champion. To prove you're not a paper champion, you have to beat Lomo.
I think Ryan Garcia
especially beat the guy that actually gave you the belt for free.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
For free.
He gave up the belt for a reason.
Nah, but he was already scheduled to fight Tio. That's what I'm saying.
But even so, like you give up your belt. Okay, fine. You gonna fight Tio. But that still don't mean you have to apply for the franchise belt. The franchise belt means I don't want to fight you. That's
okay.
To me, the franchise belt is kind of like the franchise belt is like the WBA super. Hold on. No. How did the WBA super came about? Lennox Lewis basically was scheduled to fight somebody, right? And Don King was trying to get him to force him to vacate the belt or some crap like that. When Lennox Lewis was like, yo, I'm in a fight, I'm trying to fight for a unification bout. That's how that whole thing came about.
Here's the problem with the franchise belt, other than the obvious things, right? Here's the problem with it. First of all, it ain't in every division. Why do you think that is? You know,
it's in 2 divisions.
It's only in 2 divisions, and then you have to apply for it. That means you got to do it. That means you got to do it. You got to do an application. You got to go online. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to Indeed where you apply for jobs, and you got to fill out an application for that belt. That's not how you
apply for that shit. I'm gonna go apply for that shit.
Damn,
that's what it is.
You gotta put my social security number down, address, everything.
You feel me?
Applying.
You gotta supply a letter of references and all that at the bottom of it,
that's
man.
Funny as fuck.
That belt, man, and that's why I'm like, okay, Loma applied for this belt. Why? You know what I'm saying? If you're like, well, I'm the champion and I want to fight you, why not just drop the belt? Beat T.O. if you that confident, and then afterwards you go on and fight Devin Haney.
I mean, it's just like he dropped the belt, like you said. You said drop the belt and fight T.O. I mean, it's basically like he dropped the belt, except he kept some type of belt.
Yeah, but
to me, you got a person they didn't get downgraded to a franchise; they got elevated to a franchise. So to me, I just look at that until it becomes more popular. If they keep bringing all these across the weight classes, to me, To me, I think that's the real belt. It's the franchise, to be honest with you.
It can't be the real. It can't be a real.
I mean, it's just like I said, when a super WBA belt came out, it was only like 1 or 2 of them at the time, and nobody never thought Lennox Lewis was some old, had a French fry belt.
That's over heavyweight though.
But no, I'm saying, but the fact of the matter that he was the first one to have a WBA super belt. Nobody at the time said, yo, that's a French fry belt. Like nobody ever said that. They thought like, yo, he got the real belt. So to me, it's no different.
I got you, but I mean, I don't like that franchise.
You know what we need to see? We need to see Eddie Hearn versus Ellerby. Fuck, I'll pay for that. $79.99.
Lord. You saw that video where Ellerby said he'll knock Eddie Hearn the fuck out.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
I think they probably go backstage, start kissing or something.
Oh,
them dudes look zesty. Both of them dudes look zesty. Both of them. Sometimes I watch some of the clips and I'm just looking like, did I see what I thought I saw? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I need to put this blunt down. I'm tripping.
Yeah. Now Ellerby be grabbing Tank all weird and shit all the time. I'm like, this fool, what's up with him?
I know, right?
And then Tank be looking at him
look at AJ. I'm like, look, bro,
yeah.
what you doing?
And then Hearn is like AJ, like, damn, gazing in his eyes.
Yeah,
like, crazy. Yeah.
Let me read some comments real quick, man. Teron Harris in the building. Teron said Tank got exposed by Cruz, so why we keep talking about Tank's power? He ain't get exposed. I think that
I
was a tough
know.
fight. I don't give Cruz enough credit. I think Cruz is a good fighter.
But exposed is hardcore, man.
I ain't gonna say exposed. Tank is not as good as everybody thought he was.
That's it. But he's not exposed.
That's
I hear
it.
people say exposed.
Everybody saying he's a superstar.
Teron also say Loma duck Devin, knock it off. I agree.
Okay, if they fight, who you got?
I got Loma for sure. But
I know I got Loma.
I think Devin beats him.
I know.
Really?
Boxes.
I think Cruz would give Devin a good fight.
Man, I think Loma will embarrass Devin, to be honest with you.
But hold on, but I don't see how y'all get that when we just saw Loma lose to Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, that's true too.
Loma was scared. Loma was scared the first 6 rounds. Loma got faster hands, better footwork, throw better combinations. I mean, if the only way Devin Haney got a chance if he just rough up Lomachenko.
Loma has problems with dudes that have reach and that can move their legs. And
Devin Haney ain't got no speed.
Hey,
He's
how
slow
old is
as fuck.
Lomachenko already? He's already getting older, huh? How old is he?
Devin Haney he fight like he like a little faster than Jorge Linares.
I'm saying
faster.
I'm saying it right now that if Loma and Devin fight, Devin wins. 12-round unanimous decision. He outboxes Lomachenko.
That's not a bad.
Lomo stops him in 11.
Man, Lomo didn't even look good against Comey. He didn't even look good.
No, he didn't.
He was beating that boy.
I mean, he won, but he got touched up. Comey was touching that motherfucker.
Did you see the fight? Were we watching the same thing?
I watched.
Okay, well, we watching the same thing on TV. It was a couple times. It was a couple times. Lomo looking at Comey trailer like, "Stop this shit, man." Come on. I understand Lomachenko's hype. I understand he get too much credit and praise. I understand that, but
I ain't even worried about
the
that.
same thing.
I'm just saying what I
will see that this dude, he beat the shit out of Richard Comey.
Lomachenko needed what's his name? What's his name's dad? What's his name? The guy his dad stopped it and shit. What's it? Sean Porter. he needed his dad over there to stop that shit.
Loma was putting hands on that dude. Come on, man.
Man, I wish Sean Porter would have stood up for himself, but against his dad. His dad went over there and said he sucked, basically.
No, his dad took the heat off Sean Porter.
Yeah, do you think so? I felt like he was getting on. I felt like he was like talking, like kind of putting him down more or less.
I'm saying so people can talk about him instead of Sean Porter.
Oh, yeah, I never seen it from that perspective. That's cool too, actually.
No, I'm saying
let me read some of these comments real quick. The Jimba CPT in the building say the franchise belt was created for Canelo. Loma applied for the belt at the WBC conference. Tio was not scheduled. He was scheduled to fight Comey. He was scheduled to fight Comey. Interesting.
I could debunk that. I could debunk that right now. I'm already on the website.
Go ahead.
Hold on. That's why he got quiet. He over there researching.
No, I mean I know about this because remember when Tio knocked out Comey.
Yeah,
Lomachenko was sitting in the crowd. They ran up. The announcers went up to Lomachenko. It was like, "Hey, you want to make that fight with Tio?" And Lomo's like, "Yeah, sure, of course." Now he got 2 belts. I got 2 belts. We can make it happen. Devin Haney wasn't even a mandatory at the time. Nobody said Loma. It was not that day. Loma was mentioned as some damn franchise champion.
True.
Canelo, is it? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The Jimba says Haney was next up to become Loma mandatory, but instead applied for the belt. And that's the thing, like about what y'all saying. Like, I don't know, like, okay, fine. You want to say Tio was next in line? Okay, cool. I mean, Tio fight, maybe it was done, but that don't excuse why you apply for the franchise belt. You ain't got to do that. Go on to fight Devin and then go back and then go in to fight Tio. Drop the belt, fight Tio, and then when you're done with Tio, go back and fight Devin. The only way you would need to apply for the franchise belt is if you never had any intention of fighting Devin Haney.
So you telling me if Lomachenko get out, if Lomachenko beat Kambosos, let's say they fight, he beat Kambosos, and he just need WBC. You saying Lomachenko gonna say, you know what, fuck the WBC?
He probably will. I mean, it looked like it looked like.
Oh no!
I mean, look at what people been doing already. I mean, we saw Tio call himself undisputed with the franchise belt. Now we looking at Kambosos. Kambosos is like teetering on the line. Like I feel like any day now he gonna say he undisputed. And he gonna say that he don't need to fight Devin Haney. I feel like any day now we gonna hear.
Kambosos. See Tio. He thought he was already there. He thought he was a superstar.
He did, huh?
He thought he was on that level. Tio. He was just arrogant. George. I mean, he gonna get a little cocky. You know what I'm saying? I got the belts. I done beat the man that beat the man. So you know, he gonna know what I'm saying, flex a little bit, but I don't think he gonna go that far.
And
I
he said
think he gonna get. I think he still want to fight Devin Haney.
And that guy said that the franchise thing was crafted for Canelo, which I don't know if that's factual, but Canelo.
Oh, it's factual.
Oh, is it okay? Because right now Canelo could have any belt he wants, from heavyweight down to fucking one.
Nah, he can't have any belt he won't because in certain fights he don't want to take.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying if you know Canelo, it's like Canelo picking you like that damn golden ticket. You know what I mean? So, you know, but I understand what you're saying. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
The Jimbo also says Loma can't fight moving backwards.
He can fight going side to side though.
Somebody on his ass, he can't fight. He don't throw punches.
He can go side to side though.
A little short alligator arms.
I'm saying, did you see the Richard Comey fight with those short alligator arms?
Devin Haney gonna beat that man. I don't give a. Hey, look. First of all, Richard Comey, he didn't even look impressive versus Richard Comey to me. And then second of all, I'm not.
Nah, come on, dog. Come on.
What you?
Come
now, bro.
Loma looked okay. He won that round probably what? 9 rounds to what? 4? 9 rounds to 3.
That junk could have been stopped any time. Loma was
Loma. Come on,
9 to 4. You gave Comey 4 rounds.
No, 3.
To be honest, I only gave Comey 1 round. That was the first round.
Damn, what?
He got at least 3 rounds.
Maybe 2 rounds because
I said
Loma
the first and second
take
round. That's it. After that it was all Loma.
Yeah, I mean, Loma did take a round off if you want to give him that round later on in the fight. But other than that, man, Loma was beating that dude ass, man.
I think Ryan Garcia would fuck Haney up, tell you the truth. That's just me. I'm just being honest, man. I think Ryan Garcia is too fast for Haney. I think he'll put it.
Ryan Garcia
somebody first.
Yeah,
Ryan Garcia, he on social media.
Ryan Garcia
he feels in the stomach and shit.
Ryan Garcia don't move his head. He keep his chin straight up in the air. He don't move his head at all. He gets touched up if he gets in the ring with Devin Haney.
Just like Devin Haney. Both of them do this.
No. Devin is way slicker than Ryan.
Did you see the JoJo Diaz fight? JoJo Diaz
Diaz is a top-notch dude. JoJo Diaz probably beat most people over there at 135.
I'm talking about the top 5. I'm talking about the elite of the elite. JoJo Diaz getting murdered by everybody in the top 5. Those dudes I'm talking about.
Who's the top 5? Hold on. JoJo Diaz beats Nakatani. JoJo Diaz beats Richard Comey to me. So
I said top 5. Does it beat Lomo?
He don't
Does
beat
it beat Tank? Does it beat Ryan Garcia?
Yes. I think he beat Ryan Garcia.
No.
I think he beat Ryan Garcia. I think he beat him. Ryan Garcia don't bend his legs. He keeps his chin straight up in the air. He don't.
What he does, bro? Ryan Garcia doesn't want to get hit in the face, bro. I'm telling you, he thinks he's like, yeah, that's what it is, bro. You know when you see people that could fight, but they're scared to get hit. And they have their neck up.
What's my boy name? What's the guy name from La Bamba? What's his name?
Oh yeah, Richie Valens.
Yeah, leave young Richard Valens alone, man. Leave my guy alone, man.
Yeah, I like Ryan Garcia, bro, but he'll make more money off YouTube and selling shirts to all the little kids and shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, Bo, my guy the Jimbo coming with some receipts on you. He coming with receipts on you.
Let me press mute. I want to hear this. Let me press mute.
The Jimbo CPT say Loma applied for the franchise belt November of 2019. TO match against Comey was 12-21.
Oh.
TO
so
match.
The latest it would have been before.
Hold on.
I'm trying to figure out how do you apply for it when in the 19th of November when actually Devin Haney ain't become the friend. I mean, then become the
okay. He meant 12 of 2019. My bad. He said 2021. He meant to say 2019.
I was like, what the hell?
That's what I'm like. 2021. Hold on, bro.
I'm like, damn, hold up. I'm fucked up. Like, it ain't even happened yet.
I ain't even want to read it. I didn't even want to read that. It ain't happened yet.
This is Back to the Future shit.
Like he went to the future, didn't
he? Facts.
Go to the future.
Yeah. I'm like, hold on, man. I
about to say, bro, what's them Powerball numbers? Shoot that email to me.
Yeah. He say he applied for the franchise belt 12 of 2019, and then he fought T.O. fought Comey. CO fought Comey 12 of 2019. Loma applied for the franchise belt October of 2019. So Comey was in the middle of a fight. He hadn't even fought Comey yet, and Loma applied for the franchise belt. So he came with some receipts.
When
but
did
those are undisputed though, man.
But check this out. When did Devin Haney become the email champion?
I don't even know. I don't fuck with him. I don't even fuck with Devin Haney, really.
I mean, he became the champ as soon as Loma vacated that belt.
Yeah, Devin Haney didn't become the champion until like April of last year.
Hold on. Let me see.
I don't like that name, email champion. Because if you gonna say he an email champion, then you gotta say a lot of people email champion. Canelo, who did Canelo get his W?
No, I agree. I mean, like Charlo, I call him the email champion too.
Oh, Lord, okay, all right. Well, as long as you keep the same.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. No, don't get me wrong. Now, I could say I could say because Canelo is no longer part of the 160-pound division. I guess, yeah. But none of them earned it in the ring.
Yeah, I got the answer. Devin Haney became the champ in October 2019. That's what it say.
So Erica Malone in the building. Shout out to you, Erica. Say what up, boxing fans. What up, Erica?
No. I can tell you what happened. Devin Haney became the WBC interim champion in 2019.
Oh, he did.
When he became the the champion that Loma emailed to him, that was in April of last year.
That shit's tight.
Sand.
He emailed them the belts and everything. He fucking printed it out.
What's that? Let me say this attachment.
Y'all disrespectful. That's what y'all.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I actually like Devin Haney. I like him, but I'm just being honest, man. It's like you ain't even fight for a vacant belt. Like you just got it handed to you. Just, you the champion. Here you go. Like to me, that's
he fought somebody for the interim belt though, right? Because you got to fight in order to become interim champion.
Who did he fight?
Let me pull up the box.
Some
y'all gonna put on Devin Haney name around this motherfucker around here.
I'm on Devin Haney.
Put up his goddamn box red. Y'all over here tripping.
You know what? If throw Isaac Cruz in there, I see Cruz with fucking Haney. If Haney beats his ass, then okay, cool. Then you know what I mean? You earn some respect.
But hold on, how he don't get no respect for JoJo Diaz? JoJo Diaz is
right. Okay, JoJo Diaz sometimes too. I don't know about that one.
A lot of people was picking. A lot of people was picking JoJo Diaz to beat Devin Haney. They was like, "Oh, he gonna win," and Devin Haney watched that dude 9 rounds to 3.
Did, yeah.
Hold on, who's picking JoJo Diaz to beat Devin Haney?
That's what I'm saying.
Who picked that? I heard a lot of people online.
Who you heard? You supposed to hear somebody from the LDBC, huh?
Yeah, for real.
Because man, you wilding.
Hey, I be surfing online, so
stop surfing. Stop surfing. You went to the wrong end, my guy.
It was people picking them though. For real. They were picking.
That's Mexicans, probably. That's about it.
Oh, some people was like Devin Haney's green, and he's not this, and he's not that, and he ain't fought.
What is JoJo Diaz then?
JoJo Diaz got experience. JoJo Diaz fought. Yeah. I give him a lot of credit for Tevin Farmer. He get a lot of credit.
Me too.
Okay, Tevin Farmer. Okay.
That was a dude Tank ain't even want to fight.
Okay, Tevin Farmer. Okay. So that made people say, well, wow, since he beat Tevin Farmer, he can beat Devin Haney.
A lot of people was associating the two styles. I mean, even though the styles are different, a lot of people.
I know, right?
I know, but a lot of people was like, well, Tevin Farmer. But hey, I'm just saying what I'm,
okay.
What the truth was. Also, man, I'm just don't kill the messenger around this.
I ain't killing the messenger. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, my guy. I mean, don't do it to yourself. You're better than that. You don't even listen to that trash.
Have him fight Maurice Hooker. Fuck it.
Hey, he fought Zur Adulev for the interim WBC title.
Yeah.
Fucking Haney did, huh? I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. I could have fought a Zulu for $39 in a cheap
Zur Adulev.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Haney got to get one of them top guys. He got to. And then even in some of the rankings, they have some dudes that ain't champions ranked higher than Devin Haney. And he got a belt.
There's some dudes. Say that again. You get some what?
I said that in the 135-pound rankings, they have some fighters ranked higher than Devin Haney, and Devin Haney has a belt.
Oh wow, who's ranked higher than Devin Haney?
Lomachenko.
Well, you know,
and I think they had Tank over him too. I was like, what the? But you know,
I wish they would just make the fights that everybody wants to see. But like I said, it's the money part. People don't want and all
they don't want to lose. That's what it is.
They don't want to lose. You know what I mean? And
they're trying to hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? That like Floyd was one of my favorite fighters, man. But damn, man, that shit done fucked the game up because like Floyd, he was one of my favorite fighters. You know what I'm saying? But everybody trying to follow that footsteps, trying to hold on to that damn O instead of fighting somebody. That shit done messed the game up.
But the difference between Floyd and them is Floyd fought the best.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. But what I'm saying is by him having that O, because he used to always advertise the O, like I got the O.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now you got these young generation cats, and they just like, yeah, it's about that O. Because Adrian Broner used to do it until he got his ass whipped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like,
it's all about that O. It's about that O. So now people don't want to fight anybody when they feel as though this dude might have a chance to whoop my ass.
That's why I love Bud Crawford fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian Broner was good at one time, man, and then he just got carried away.
Nah. I gotta respectfully disagree.
You don't think so? I mean,
I don't think so. He was just bigger than a lot of them dudes he fought in them lower weight classes. Then he bypassed Bud Crawford's weight class altogether and went to 47 and was too small for there and got beat down. Went down to 140 and then getting beat up by the top guys at 140. So
Mikey two-pieced him. I remember that when I was like, damn, Adrian Broner, Mikey two-pieced you. Okay, what the fuck?
And
Maidana gave it to him too. Real bad.
And some who's that calling him out? Connor Ben or something?
Connor Ben, yeah.
So I ain't never
He was a good showsman.
Been an Adrian Broner fan.
Yeah, Adrian Broner, man. He always his limitations were always as a boxer were always like very visible, you know what I mean? Like they were always glaring. But one thing you can't never say about Adrian Broner is he was always entertaining. He was always on TV.
Oh yeah, he was always entertaining. He never ducked the fade. Hey, if you want to fight, hey, let's fight.
I don't know about that because when Bud Crawford,
but that dude different though. That Pacquiao bucked that Bud Smoke.
That nigga said, "I'm good." Yeah, that's different. He said that's different.
That's different though.
Man, and Pacquiao said, "Nope, I want 40 million."
Yep.
I'm cool.
No lies told. Fong made a good point. Fong 19 makes a real good point. He says the WBC says fighters can't apply for the franchise belt. Only a promoter can apply for the belt. So Bob Arum applied for the franchise belt for Lomachenko. I mean, it's still a part of his team. I'm gonna keep the same energy.
Hey, keep the same energy.
If your team apply for you, it's still you. If your team doesn't, that's still you.
True. Just like when Blu-ray said that about Errol Spence. True. But keep the same energy from when Lomo put them hands and feet on that dude. I'm telling you.
Hey,
Lomo gonna be pity patting that dude face all night.
I'm telling you, Devin Haney gonna shock the world. He gonna beat Lomachenko, and it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real.
How?
It ain't that crazy.
How is he gonna beat Lomachenko? He don't have the power to hurt Lomachenko. He don't have the hand speed to. He don't have the hand speed to stand with Lomachenko. What? How?
It's crazy. People talk about Devin Haney power, but we didn't see JoJo Diaz rushing in on him.
I'm saying when I say power, I mean like one punch power. That's what I mean, power.
He ain't got one punch power, but neither did Floyd Mayweather. He was able to beat everybody.
But Devin Haney ain't boxing like Floyd Mayweather, so let's not stop.
I ain't saying he boxing like Floyd Mayweather, but I'm just saying like you don't need power in order to win fights. Devin Haney don't win fights like that.
But when you use Floyd Mayweather as the example, we're gonna have to stop this.
All right, I take that back. Let me repent from my sins. He is no Floyd Mayweather. However, he is a guy who is able to win fights without knocking people out, and he has the kind of power that you just can't just walk through. You will get knocked out, because if it did have power to walk through, we would have saw JoJo Diaz walking through them punches. But he was real gun shy. He wasn't walking in there crazy.
I cannot disagree.
Same thing with Jorge Linares. That dude got touched a few times and he was on the defense.
What happened with Lomachenko though? Lomo stopped him with a body shot. The same Jorge Linares.
Hey, well, you know, Styles.
That little Chanko. Hey, look.
You know who I wish would have ran a fade back in the day was Zab Judah and Mayweather back in the day, round 2. Zab Judah was my favorite fighter growing up, man. I love Zab Judah, man.
Zab can stay out the club.
Yeah, exactly, bro. If he could have stayed out of the streets, he was an amazing fighter.
Yeah,
bro.
he was more talented than Floyd. If he could have stayed out the club, he could have been better than Floyd, but he can't stay out the club.
Did he kind of wobble Floyd a little bit?
Yeah, he was beating Floyd most of the first half of the fight. But then,
that was
he got tired. Then Floyd started putting them hands and feet on him.
Because Zab Judah was southpaw, man. He was fucking quick. He had good feet, everything, but he just couldn't breathe. Motherfucker was partying too much
at the club.
Damn, man.
He was Teofimo Lopez with extreme talent.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my guy G Parker made it back in the building. What's going on with you, fam?
We back, man. We out here on this grind. We back in here.
You found Earl.
Man, I was chopping up with him, man. He was sitting over there talking about that bud smoke, man. He over there listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony, that bud smoke is on.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, nah. Earl still on the back of that milk carton, boy.
Have you seen him?
Miss it.
I came in on that Devin Haney, man. I got Haney over Lomo, man.
There you go. Let him know.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, talk some sense into these dudes out here, man.
Tell him I hate to do it, man, but that dude is the truth.
Go ahead, do it.
That I'm saying, I hate to. I mean, I love you, dog. I love you like play food. You know what I'm saying? But I got Devin not boxing the hell out of Lomachenko, man. That ring IQ is tough. Lomo he looked good. It's a flash in the pan, so to say. He looked real good against who he fight. He do, but he's not the truth like that, man. Lomachenko is not the truth like that.
You be telling lies, huh?
I don't know, but after I saw him against Gary Russell, after I saw him against a lot of dudes, I was like, look.
Yeah, that about 5 years ago.
I know they overhyped this dude,
Hey, here go too, real quick. That was about 5 years ago at a lower weight class, right? Because he done moved up in weight now. So that's
what I'm saying. And then he's the smallest. He like the smallest dude at that weight class.
Exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was looking real vulnerable.
Against who?
I thought he didn't look good against Comey to me.
My goodness,
he looked vulnerable, man.
I don't know what fight you saw, man.
He looked slow.
He beat the mess out of Comey, man.
He beat the mess out of.
That was target practice.
He won the fight. I'm just saying, like,
man, that was hard to watch.
The Loma that we used to watching, the one that give you all that type of speed and angles. In the precision that we get from Loma normally, Loma usually get through fights without getting touched. He's able to make people quit on the stool. Did you see any quit in Richard Comey face?
I mean, Richard Comey, he ain't. When does he quit?
That dude was still ready to go.
I put it like this: if Loma didn't let up off the gas, his ass would have he'd have been out of there.
Yes, he would.
That dude.
Why?
It took him quite a few rounds to even get his footing back.
Why he let off that gas though?
He didn't want to hurt that dude.
He
wanted that man corner to stop this fight.
Yeah, he felt bad for him.
Man, I don't want to hear you felt bad for him, man. I don't want to hear none of that.
Watch that fight. Loma was look.
So Loma, he feels bad now.
I'm saying
Loma carried that dude. He's just like,
if you beat somebody up so bad, you after a while you gonna stop. Because you're like, man, look, I might kill this person.
It was kind of like the smaller version of Lennox Lewis beating on Oliver McCall in the second match. Lennox Lewis started bad for him.
Oliver McCall is getting fucking ripped to pieces.
Nah,
that's
man.
Different, man. Somebody in the ring crying.
Only thing Cole made
we ain't gonna say that.
Yeah. Only thing Cole made to do, he
had crying, man. I was crying for Richard Comey. I was crying for him on my TV screen. I was like, damn, don't let Lomo beat you like that, my guy. Please fight back. But Richard Comey wasn't crying.
Nah, he was a long way from crying, man. You know what I mean?
Y'all ain't see them crocodile tears after the fight was over?
Oh, crocodile. We're not gonna do that to that man.
Crocodile tears. He like, it's over finally.
I put it like this: like I was cheering for Comey. I'm like, come on, Comey, knock his ass out. And Loma just played with him.
That's what I'm saying. I was doing the same thing.
The gym will say Haney won the belt 11-9, 2019. Rick Smith is in the building. What's going on with you, Rick Smith? or Rich Smith. I'm saying it the wrong way. Rich Smith say, "What's good, family?" It's Coach Rich Smith. Okay, Coach. Yes, sir. All right. Welcome in the building. Man. Hey, if anybody new anybody new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button out here. You know what I mean? I'm seeing a lot of new faces. You know what I mean? So don't be ear hustling and not hustling. Hit that like button and subscribe one time for your boy. See what's on here. The Jimba say in the rankings, the official rankings, if you're a champion, you're not ranked in other governing bodies. Yeah. I mean, those are facts. They don't rank you in other governing bodies. I don't know what this is about though. Yawashi Blade says Lomachenko ain't got power to stop Haney. Ain't got reach to touch Loma and get out the way.
Boy, talk this shit.
You feel me? He got the way of JoJo Diaz.
Talk this shit, man.
Like Haney got the way of JoJo Diaz, right? Hey, man, AB, I got something to talk to you about while you sit up there talking about Lomo felt sorry for Comey. Remember you went off on me when I said Errol eased up on Mikey? He just boxed his ass out. Hold on, time out. First of all, Mikey came up from lightweight, two-weight classes. Lomachenko's the smallest dude at 135. Come on now.
Hell no. Come on now. Up on it right now. We ain't taking that now. You jumped all on me for saying that shit. Like, hell no. No, man. Hey, no. You know, I'll make excuses for fighters. What I told you. If you signed a contract, went through training camp, and jumped your ass in the ring, you got no excuse when that bell ring. When the decision is announced, none whatsoever. I ain't buying shit. If you knew your shoulder was fucked up, you know your eye fucked up in that car crash, don't get your ass in the ring. If you do, man, I don't want to hear that shit. Just say, hey, man, he won. Like, even with that Kenny Porter shit, like, man, I ain't trying to hear that. He threw it. Like, did he throw in the top early to me? Yeah, but Sean Porter's finna get his ass killed. Like, that's all his daddy said. Hey, my son finna die. I'm not finna let this happen.
Not in front of me.
Yeah, not in front of me. Now, do I think he should have let him finish out the round? Like, son, I'm finna pull your ass out of here. This nigga kicking your ass. Yeah.
Hey, I would do the same thing.
But at the end of the day, hey, man, I mean, you still finna get your ass whooped. So, was it a competitive fight? Yeah. Did Sean Porter have a chance? All fighters got a chance as long as the bell's still going. You know, but, man, that dude was finna get killed, man. I will agree on that. I'm picking Errol to beat Bud, but I can't not. I'm not one of them guys, because Bud did him, but no, that motherfucker killer, dog. Both of them. They some real live killers. That's what make this shit so debatable. And hey, man, make the fucking fight happen.
We wait for your boy Earl. That's all we wait for. That's
it. Man, he moving in the back channel, dog. You ain't never seen a sniper announce he finna kill somebody. You just wake up dead to the motherfucker the next day.
He letting folks make fake YouTube pages and fake tweets for him and everything. I'm like,
well, shit, I used to pretend to be my brother to get girls when I was younger. So, sometimes you got to try to get what you want, man. Players Club.
hey, the Jimbo say Tim Bradley had no power.
Oh, Tim Bradley was trash. I didn't like you guys.
Oh, damn. But you can't take away what Tim Bradley accomplished.
He was boring, though, man.
Hey,
I hate him. I liked him as a fighter. I hate him now.
Pacquiao, that's what he accomplished.
Hey, he beat Pacquiao, but before
he robbed Pacquiao. That was the biggest, one of the biggest robberies ever.
That first fight was not no robbery.
Yeah,
that was a robbery.
No, Pacquiao.
It wasn't no robbery. It was more like grand larceny. You know.
Look, the crazy thing was, I was at the club with my wife, and she was trying to get me to dance. I'm trying to watch the fight. And I'm like, I want Timothy Bradley to beat Pacquiao. Pacquiao trash. And all night, Pacquiao's beating this dude head in. And as soon as I walked away from the TV, because I knew who was gonna win, I come back. They saying Bradley won. I was mad.
They said it was grand larceny. I'm still on that. God.
The funny thing about it, right? Like I didn't even watch the first one, right? But I saw the results. The funny thing about it was Timothy Bradley ran on top of the turnbuckle like he really did something.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. He had to, dog. You got to call on whoever you believe in. You got to stand on the ropes and give praise to him because he damn sure bailed you out on that one.
Man, yes, he did. Pacquiao. First of all, Pacquiao wasn't busy enough. He wasn't active enough. He was taking long ass breaks in between rounds.
Watch that fight again for me. Watch that
fight. I watched that fight about 3 times, man.
Watch it one more time for me, just for me.
I'm about to watch it right now. Watch it right now.
Right now, see how much Pacquiao let off the gas. Now you could say he landed the cleaner, more effective punches, but Timothy Bradley is busy. He's the one that controlled the pace throughout the
punches win rounds.
I mean, Yeah, cleaner punches do win rounds, but if you're not busy enough, then you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I mean, Bradley was busy getting his face punched in.
Bradley, hey, hold on. If you look at Bradley's face at the end of that fight, that nigga face, he had a baby face after that first
Well, you
fight.
gotta hit Bradley with a fucking sledgehammer to mark his face. That boy,
man, Bradley got an iron chin. Come on now.
Look at that head and chin, bro. That shit.
You remember what's that? Ruslan Provodnikov?
Yeah, see, he got touched up in that goddamn fight.
What I'm saying, Provodnikov hit him with that sledgehammer. He walk around wobbly, drunk. He supposed to be knocked out a couple times, but he still stayed on his feet.
He stayed on his feet.
That's what I'm saying. He get hit clean hard, still stayed on his feet. So he ain't like a dude you can just knock out and take out.
Man, Bradley, I think Bradley edged that fight, man. I had him up around over Pacquiao. Pacquiao was too lazy.
And then I don't like Bradley either.
We too lazy.
He looks like nothing goes wrong in his life. He's always just like, yeah, like fucking Bradley. Who are you, man? Show your personality a little bit.
Yeah, I hate him now. I can't stand him now.
Yeah, he be talking crazy now.
He does.
He be on some other shit. Yeah.
He be like,
I don't like when he be talking about Lomo. He just don't talk about.
Look
at what he did. I got to turn the sound off.
Man, when he snaked his homeboy on that pay-per-view fight, man.
Oh yeah.
If that's your homeboy, dog, that's your homeboy. You ride with him. You just put him to the side. Like, man, ain't no goddamn way this fight's supposed to be on pay-per-view. Boy, you stealing money from the people. You went on TV and said that shit, trying to stop your homeboy shine.
I couldn't believe that shit. I was like, oh damn.
Because his homeboy about to leave.
And that's still your partner. Ride out with it.
Hey, he know once his partner leave, his money gonna get short.
XLB
Fernandez still partners, it won't be.
XLB Fernandez says nobody cares about a Devin fight though. Damn.
Thanks.
You ain't gotta care about the fight, man. But the man is good, dog. You ain't gotta care.
Man, y'all tripping on Devin Haney like that.
But Devin just like it's Tim Bradley. Like nobody really cared to watch Tim Bradley fight. And all of a sudden you notice, like, damn, this dude actually winning.
I'm saying Devin Haney.
Tim Bradley earned his title.
Devin Haney fought himself in the position.
But I'm just saying he fought himself. Like
exactly.
Devin Haney like the lightweight Demetrius Andrade to me, man. Like
oh my God, stop.
No, we ain't talking about talent. We ain't talking about talent. We talking about
like that.
we ain't talking about talent. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Talking about no matter what, nobody wants to fight you.
Yeah, nobody
like,
wants to fight
the whole WBA, WBO, everybody done banned it. Like we not fucking with this dude.
If he's such easy work, beat him up and take his belt. That's all I'm trying to say. Gary Russell, I mean Lomachenko, these dudes could have fought this man.
Don't talk about Gary Russell. Gary Russell.
I ain't say this shit, dog, man. Fuck Gary Russell. But I said this.
I know, right? See, I used to rock with Gary Russell. He was calling folks out and all in Tank Davis shit. But then ain't
no play action in boxing.
That's what I'm saying. You pump faking, pump fake.
You ain't lying, boy. You ain't lying at all.
Hey, what's your name? Julio Cesar Martinez. You guys seen him fight before? Little 115 flyweight.
I seen him fight before.
Yeah, he said he wants to go up and start fighting some real people like at 135 and shit.
And he fight at flyweight?
Yeah, he's fighting at flyweight right now. He's little.
I don't know about
that. He might want to put some bricks in his back pocket.
He's trying to be the next Manny Pacquiao. How many divisions did he work his way up?
But everybody ain't Pacquiao though.
Hey, but Martinez got bombs, so he can fight, bro.
Can he beat Nonito Donaire?
Man, shout out to my boy Nonito Donaire. Boy, ain't nothing like seeing an old man whoop a young man ass.
With that left hook, that left hook.
The old man and me got a kick out of that. When he set his ass down, little bastard. That's all I see.
That's what he said.
See, my guy, y'all Blade say Cambosis, T.O. and Loma duck Haney. See what I'm saying? He know what it is.
Oh wow. Now, I ain't gonna lie, T.O.
T.O. definitely ain't want that smoke.
No, T.O. definitely ain't want that smoke.
That nigga say he needed $10 million. He said he needed $10 million.
That's what I'm saying. T.O. definitely didn't want. He contradicted himself so many times.
He wanted the whole bag. He wanted the whole purse.
How the fuck you need $10 million and you ain't make $1 million in the purse yet?
That's what I'm saying. He didn't make $1 million fighting Lomo.
I ain't gonna lie. Though.
I don't think he did. I think his last fight he clocked over $1 million in his last fight. But in the fight with Loma, I think he made under $1 million.
Yeah, I think he only made like what 700,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Nah, but to be honest, like I can't blame a fighter wanting a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like T.O. Fimo had an easy roll up to fight.
Come on now, $10 million, oh my God.
$10 million.
No. I ain't capping for the $10 million. I'm just saying. I can't blame a fighter for asking for more money now, whether that person is going to get it or not. I don't understand. But my thing is, I like T.O., man, but I didn't like his antics, man. That to me, that was a turnoff.
Yeah,
Yeah, buddy.
that nigga was acting like he walk around like he was big shit,
Hey, but
wasn't
that's
he?
that shit we talked about before.
King
Like
big
all,
shit.
like all these fighters want to fight everybody. Then when they get a belt, they all get scared. Like, okay, now you got the belt, so you don't think everybody coming after you? That's the whole point of getting it.
It's heavy who wears the crown. You know what I'm saying? And they don't.
Okay, they do that shit when they were fighting for the belt.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Everybody want to fight me. Everybody want to fight me.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah, you got a belt. That belt come with fame and money.
Well, unless you Tank Davis, because he wasn't trying to fight nobody for a real belt.
No,
Tank just getting paid.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. The jury's still out on him. I like what I see, and I believe in the talent. But the jury's still out. I got to see him. I got to see him in there with somebody who gonna give back what he giving. I got
after his last fight. Do you think Floyd Mayweather gonna dare put him in there with somebody that got talent?
Nah, man. I think the best thing Tank could do. I think the best thing Tank could do is give a rematch to eliminate all the controversy, that's been swirling around. Because that will probably be more that will be more pay-per-view worthy, because Tank did, get a little bit exposed against Cruz, a guy that he cherry picked.
I say that just because I want Cruz to get another bag.
I can rock with that.
Or Haney. Shit, I mean,
Cruz was making minimum wage before he fought Tank. You know what I'm saying? So get him another bag. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Hey, my guy,
turn him into a superstar.
My guy, Modest in the building. What's going on with your Modest? Salute to you, fam. You know what I mean? Y'all Blaze says Pedraza touched Lomachenko. Linares T.O. beat him. What y'all niggas talking about? Even Campbell touched Loma up. Ooh.
Hold on. Campbell. Who on though?
I'm about to say that's the only thing. I
got touched by
Kavalauskas. I can
Bud
only go
got
with
touched by
W's and
Kell
L's.
Brook.
Ooh.
Bud got touched by Kavalauskas and Kell Brook and Gamboa, but what happened? They lost. Lost.
Yeah, no, I say I can only go with W's and L's. You gonna
That's
get
what
touched
I'm
in a
saying. I
fight.
don't care
That's
who
why I
got
call a
touched.
fight.
What happened? You lost.
Yeah, buddy.
Touch him again to see what's gonna happen again. Linares, he stopped by a body shot. Who else? Pedraza got beat from corner to corner. I mean, come on now.
They said that Teofimo Lopez, he got $400,000 for Richard Comey, and he wanted $10 million. Or who's talking about $10 million?
No, that was after the Lomachenko fight.
Yeah, he got $400,000. He got 1.2.
He did have 4 belts though.
Yeah, he got 1.2 for Loma.
But he wanted $10 million for Devin Haney.
That's crazy.
I mean, I don't blame him for asking for a lot of money, because you gotta think this dude took a lot of pay cuts. Shakur Stevenson beat the shit out of Jaron Ennis, and Shakur got paid $2 million.
I feel what you're saying, but what I'm saying is you can't go from 1.2 million to 10 million.
Not at all.
That's what I'm saying. You can't say let me get 2.5, 3.
It's like me saying, like, you want to fight Tyson? Yeah, give me $50 million. Because I know it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's either I'm gonna cash in or price myself out.
Yeah, I'm gonna cash myself out. Yeah.
You can okay. I'll fight you, Devin Haney. Let me give me 2. Give me 2.5.
He didn't want to fight, bro. That's what it is.
That's that.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah.
That's that other form of ducking. That's that other form of ducking right now. If they don't give me what I asked for, then they don't look like a duck.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say some crazy thing, and then they don't give it to me. Then
that's like what Keith Thurman did with Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, he wants $10 million too.
It's like anything, bro. It's like going to a job interview and they say, "How much you want for this job?" "Oh, I need $50 an hour." "All right, you can go ahead and go home." I didn't want the job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, they don't want to hire me in the first place.
Exactly, right? like, oh, nah, they didn't want to hire me. Nah, you wanted $50 an hour. They said, nah, you didn't want to work. You know
hey y'all, I'm about to wrap up the stream, man. Y'all give y'all closing remarks, you know what I'm saying, and I'm finna close on out, man. I'm gonna start with 84 Prime. Go ahead and give your closing remarks on everything or whatever's on your mind.
Shit, basically, man, everything, I love this panel. I loved everybody, sharing opinions and thoughts and actually being able to speak and, and boxing. I love boxing, man. So that's pretty much all I watch is boxing. So I appreciate you guys, man. You guys, stay blessed and get that money.
Hell yeah, all day, man. You welcome back anytime, bro. You know what I mean? For sure. Y'all hit that bell icon, so for sure, man. I always open up the link, so you always welcome, bro.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, Bold man, on you, bro. For closing remarks.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on, man. Love talking to you guys, man. It's it's very informational and stuff like that, man. And definitely looking forward to the next show. And if you ever get a chance, man, please subscribe to Bold and Understanding.
Yes, sir. Plug that channel, man. Y'all do that.
All right.
Yes, sir. All right. All right. It's on you, G Parker, man. What's up? Closing remarks.
Man, closing remarks. As always, man, it's a pleasure getting on here with everybody. Again, love, respect for Boxing Talk, whether we agree or disagree. To everybody out there that's watching, man, hey, hit the like button. If you love what everybody doing, man, hit the like button. That's all it is. It's free as hell. And closing remarks, hey, man, Bud stops. I mean, no, Bud getting stopped by air.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hey, and that's why I didn't let you talk last, because I knew you were going to say some crazy shit like that. And we can't close out with that. Go ahead, my bad. I interrupted you. Go ahead, T.
No, that's it, man.
All right.
Team Air.
That's where you need that little boosie joint. That come on, dog. Come on, man. Hey, salute me, Thriller. Man, salute, man. That dude do a series called Proof that Errol Spence is still ducking Terrence Crawford. Then they got like 13-part series.
Oh yeah, E Thriller killing that.
Salute E Thriller on that one, man. The best series right now in boxing. But yeah, man, on you, AB. Also, too, before you go, AB, yeah, I'm modest. I'm gonna wrap up the show. He say send that link. I'm gonna wrap up the show, fam. But next time for sure, man, I dropped the links. You know how that do. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, AB. Closing remarks, fam.
Oh, love as usual, as always. Appreciate you having me on the panel. Appreciate everybody sharing their thoughts. And I just can't wait for Bud Crawford to go to 154 because Errol Spence is not gonna fight him. You heard it here first. I'm telling you, King Dave. I'm telling y'all here right now. Errol Spence is not finna fight Terrence Bud Crawford. It's not gonna happen. Y'all fellas have a nice evening.
Man, ain't nothing much to say after that, man. But yeah, my closing remarks, man. I appreciate everybody who was able to join me on the panel today. Bo, Dennis Barber, you know what I'm saying? G Parker, the new guy, 86. I forgot his name, Young 86, the guy who was on here. And some whoever else was on the panel, everybody in the chat, I appreciate y'all for showing love, showing support. You know, we love boxing, we love talking that shit, man. And you know, we up out of here, man. Hit that like button, subscribe if you new, and we on to the next. Peace.